Can you guys say something? I want to hear how loud it is. Good enough. You can hear me.
Man, the menu moving with your head now when you're in stations is really weird.
Wait, what?
Like it.
I don't know if I've seen that then.
Yeah, get in a station.
Yeah, when you sit down. Pull up some.
I have not fully seen this because I've never been able to open my menu in a station before.
Wait, what?
Whenever I try to open my menu in a station, like on an avatar, it's just like I keep clicking the button and nothing happens.
What?
It's because my mouse or the pointer is never on the button. So it's like it's trying to click it, but I guess it's like missing every frame. I don't know. It's weird.
You know when you're a really huge avatar, it's really hard to click things because you have to hold super still because any slight movement, it'll be like, oh, you're actually dragging, you're not clicking. Cause it'll.
Oh, is that what that is? I thought it was just a distance thing, that you had to be super close to it.
Big. That's when you're super big. I don't know if it's when, I don't know, it might be related.
No, it's still the same.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I fixed it.
What? What'd you fix?
So, the on-station enter, I didn't realize that wasn't like an interact where it only fires for the person. It actually is as a always unbuffered action. So,
wait,
we both had ownership. I know.
What? No, that's not right. On interact can be local.
Yes, but on station exit and on station enter and on station exit is global. Everyone sees it.
You can the on station exit.
I changed it to the interact.
Weird like it used to be, but you can now use the stations actions. Use custom.
Yeah,
custom
but he doesn't want to.
Oh really? Why not?
Fiona, remember, I have not had any time to touch it in like the last 2 weeks, so.
I know. Because he's afraid that people are going to be trying to use an older SDK or something like that.
Ooh,
that was
a really good point. Yeah.
only one of the things.
So you can do it. Well, also the fact is that like the global one isn't global everyone but local. It's global. So you have to double up stuff.
I fit right in.
Actually, I want to I don't want to necessarily test. So I fixed them. But I don't want to test with the full group, so
I've got a picture
I made
of
you
him
just like
sitting
right
on
after the
the
dev meetup.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex is going for the seat.
Oh,
mine are fine.
What is that?
I'm gonna make this a public world, I think. But I'll use Links as a chairs from it.
So Splink, I ended up not using your chairs because the whole point was I want you to be able to sit in the seat and adjust it while you're in there, and that doesn't work.
Did you try adjusting it while you were in for like full body? Because that's what broke my original chairs, but they've had station
I was in
updates.
desktop. And what's weird is like sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. So like I adjusted it up 1, it was fine. Adjusted it up 2, it was fine. Adjusted it up 3, and then the whole car started to shake. Or I started to shake. Not sure which.
Really?
And so
that's why I have like the height adjustment when turn off before you go into the seat.
yeah, well, I asked you that, and I thought you said that I could do it.
You can. Like I could do it, but I don't know if they broke it. But I was able to do it. My world.
So you could do the controls while you're sitting in the seat?
Yeah, the height adjustments, but you can't change the animation. That's the only thing. You can't do any animation changes for like the controller itself, but you can control like the sit, like the interstation position.
Yeah. So like I had it, and I
small
it just like it was very basic. You know, I just changed it so it was just animator control. It wasn't even like turning off and on box spiders. It was just taking the seat position and moving it up and down.
Greetings. Are you showing off a new map?
I was trying to figure out how to move seats properly.
How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
I was waiting for you to get in VR so I could.
I wanna sit.
Why, hello, buddy. I'm the man that you need.
There's silence.
What am I doing? What?
No, I have a seat for you that actually faces it off the
That's it? That's it? What?
I forgot. Give me 1 second.
That was fast.
We've had this conversation before in Legends. I'm sure we have, like, on Discord.
Wait, were you there for that one, Hardlight? I think last week he was like, I have a question, and then
Yeah. I was reading it. Yeah.
You mind if I get the shelf map today?
Yes, and I'll call for people later, but I can have you early.
Awesome, appreciate it.
Put it somewhere, and people are gonna want to be able to do that. So I just have it.
Yeah, you might as well throw me on there as well, Cyan.
All right.
I'm gonna test out that counter prefab, see how it works.
I want to see it.
You can with it. But if the driver's in
I've been waiting for numbers for so long, but I've also been too lazy to.
Yeah, this is kind of silly, but I managed to find a way that you can get from a VRC trigger into a button update.
Seriously? Okay, tell
before the VRC trigger ends.
Needing.
Yes. Yes. So I finally, it's kind of ridiculous, and it throws a bunch of exceptions in the log whenever you press any input key at all on your keyboard. But it actually uses the UI input box. The UI input box. Yes.
Oh my gosh. What?
Yeah. And basically, if you have the UI input box selected, you have text input on it, and then you disable it, it will trigger its end and edit actions.
I remember my question.
Oops.
Wow, there's a trusted user talking to us.
Did you forget again?
Wow, you're blessed.
Alright, look. If Squeak can't make it to the meetup, and you can't make it to the meetup, who's gonna do the meetup?
I haven't missed a meetup since I joined.
Don't talk to me.
But if you happen to miss the meetup, who's gonna replace you?
I don't know. We haven't had that conversation before.
Legends.
Wait, how did
He's always AFK. Can we trust Legends?
Yeah.
No
we can
way,
give
I'm gonna
it
go
to
AFK too
Rubik.
much.
Don't worry, Legends. We would work it out.
Yeah, we'll figure that one out later.
Okay, that was a very important question though. Very important.
No,
Put it in the Discord and we
Octu
can find out
would be
later.
Octu would be a great
I wonder
announcer.
who would. Who could we trust?
She's not always there, though.
And
I would
if I
do it.
were to leave the meetup,
If he's
I'd just
not
go
there,
AFK
would
too
I be
much.
there? Yeah, that would be fine. I have no problem with
Over
that.
there.
In fact, I could have my own stream going on Twitch right now.
Oh. Hello, Phoenix Flame.
Were you sitting on him or standing? Oh no, he's got his taxi thing on.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the
Yeah, this version of the avatar just always has it on, so people can jump on anytime they want.
He's not gliders on this part.
You know, sometimes I
That's
can't
fine,
use that
because-
avatar because the
No?
physics update is laggy for me and it makes me sick.
Yeah, it makes
You mean the you mean
How are
just
you doing
using?
Post-processing, or do I have like fog on my glasses?
You mean the fly? Just how you fly around with it, or?
There shouldn't be any
Yeah.
fog on, but there is
Great for me.
Okay. Like I did adjust the sensitivity a little bit. It's something I've been meaning to do. So, yeah. So, if you go back to the
So
shared
like,
one
I will
here.
use it if I have to fly somewhere, but I wouldn't just stay in it because it makes me sick.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to control in VR, but as I said, I did decrease the sensitivity a little bit, but it may or may not be better.
I don't
I think it depends on whether you want it smooth or. So for me, the lag and movement, I guess. So like when I intend to move and when it actually moves, or something like that. The difference in that is enough that like I'm really sensitive to it.
Right.
Most other people don't seem to have a problem, but I'm very sensitive to it.
Okay. Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
It also doesn't help that your field
someone
of
else's.
like your, what is
Oh
it,
yeah, I was about to say I can fly with this just fine. I love this avatar. I don't know what you're
Do you
talking
get
about.
motion? Do you get motion sick?
No, all I have to do to look. All I do, look up, I fly up. I look down, I fly down.
Oh
I
no,
just
the
look
using
and
is
move
very
forward.
good, but even just standing still in that avatar like just like my normal body movement is desynced enough from I think what the avatar does to make me feel ill.
Yeah, because it's like when you turn,
it doesn't make me sick. Now, it would make me sick if it had like subtle. Yeah, I'm not moving at all. Now, if it had like
Your
a
head is
very
bouncing up and down
subtle.
slightly. Here, let me do it. Let me see what if it was actual movement or.
Like the camera shouldn't move at all.
What's going
The
on?
camera
This
is
the,
fixed completely.
VRChat World Community Developer
I was about to
Meetup.
say, I'm not
Basically, everybody
feeling sick
here
at all.
is wanting to show off a world or visit other worlds.
if you turn 90 degrees in real life,
We're going to be starting
when wearing the
in
avatar,
No.
you'll turn
1
like
minute.
180.
Okay, if I am just standing completely still, the
Okay.
camera jiggles.
Okay, yeah,
The
that's
camera
enough.
jiggles enough that I don't like
okay.
it.
That's the sensitivity you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, the left and right sensitivity is another weird one. I'm not sure why that is.
It's really
Yeah,
weird.
no, I don't understand you people being like, oh no, it's totally fine. I'm like, I'm sorry, I feel extremely drunk in this avatar.
I mean, I see it.
Well, for
It just
desktop,
doesn't bother me.
Oh no, it's
The
terrible.
Okay, I did.
The other part is that your eyes are really, really close together because it thinks you're only like an inch tall. So I think.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Oh
That's
yeah,
true.
isn't your like
Yes,
viewpoint like right
that
down
is
here
true.
or something?
A bit higher. A little bit higher. A little bit. A bit higher. Bit more higher. More. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. So
Really?
that's the center of my screen there.
Really?
Yeah.
For VR, like we're down there.
Between the
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about?
For me, it was down
Point at
here,
me.
like when I did it before.
Like, point at the middle of my eyes. Yeah, that's fine for me.
You must have re-uploaded it because I don't know. Like when I was doing this before, I was like down here. Oh, okay, that's why.
I did update it, so that might be part of it. But
Yeah.
yeah, the sensitivity thing is still something, a bit of a work in progress. It's pretty sensitive on desktop as well. Like just a tiny bit of left and right mouse movement will just send you flying around.
But okay, it is time, so we should probably gather everybody around.
But I didn't realize that carried over to VR as well. I thought VR would just be like regular head controls.
If you ever want to know, hey, does this make somebody motion sick? I'm your guinea pig. Like,
We should gather people around to be quiet.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Alright guys, we're starting. Have a seat.
Up there without bothering people.
Nope.
Some people
By the way, we're about to start, so if you guys want to gather around, I guess in
we're
the
getting
benches.
started, so come on over, have a seat.
It's nothing too major.
For him to put my seats in here so we could.
Oh, it's been a while since we've actually had, people completely surrounding here.
You need like a Daenerys avatar. They can just stand on the phone.
I need a what avatar?
Daenerys from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Cyan?
I heard my name. What?
Avatar.
Science being sacrificed. Actually, Hakuza, I think a hair more voice would be better.
Yeah, it probably would be. Like this seems like I know it told you to put it the default, but yeah, it might need to be a little bit higher. Not by much, but yeah.
The best free assets in the store.
Okay, so I guess I'll go ahead and start with this. Just a quick announcement. Obviously, Squid is not here today, and so I will be hosting. And the reasoning for that, I don't know if most of you know this already, but Squid has been going through a move, so he's been busy. So he's not going to be here next week either, and so I'll be hosting then. But one of the interesting announcements is because of his move, he actually wants to start the meetup earlier. So when he gets back, most likely the dev meetup will start up 2 hours earlier. So just a heads up.
Holy
That's perfect because yeah.
Okay, a lot of people are liking that. I'll tell him. So another portion, welcome to the Community Dev Meetup. This is a community-run event, and we are not associated with VRChat in any way. This event can, run from anywhere from like 1 hour to 4 hours. You do not need to stay the entire time. And one other thing, or really, so when it's time to move on, I will put up a shader to say respawn. So could you please unblock my avatar, just so you actually get the notification. And let's see, I have a giant list that I have to read off here. What? Oh yeah, it's different modes.
Yeah.
So
Burned witch.
we'll be dropping portals for people to go through, like a few different worlds. And when you go through a portal, please stay at spawn and wait for everyone to get in, and then listen to the creator in case they want to say different things or what kind of feedback they want. And since this is a World Dev Meetup, we may crash, and so if we do, either join off somebody who's in the current instance or find this world again in Discord. Cool. If you plan to show off a world, hold on. Yeah, if you plan to show off a world, make sure there isn't anything not safe for work. I am streaming this and I don't want that going on YouTube and stuff. Also, if sound is important, please let me know because I have my sound off because YouTube is really strict about copyrights. Makes me sad. Also, if you plan on showing off a world, make sure the cap is set to 40. Obviously, we need to be able to fit everybody in here. And part of that is you do not need to re-upload your world. You can just do it on the website. You can just go edit and set to 40, even if it's public. When it is your turn to drop a portal, please set it to Invite Plus. Invite Plus. Remember that.
I can't create worlds.
Okay. If you have any time constraints, you need to go or if you're planning on showing a world but you have time constraints, let me know and I can move you up earlier on the list. And if you want, we are not showing finished worlds. This is a dev meetup. You can show anything at any progress, whether or not you just started or you're almost finished. And I guess with that, if anybody would like to show a world, please gather around the fire here so I can write down your name. I already have Legends, Sombre, Elf, Fido, Rubio.
He's on fire, blown out.
Oh, come on. Alright, time to write names. Where's my chair? Okay, so I already have Sombre, Sentinel, Phase Dragon. Oh, I just lost color.
Ooh, Phase Dragon. What do you got to show? Got the world, the Metro?
No,
I saw Varian,
Rubik. Oh wow, we've got a lot of people.
Oh.
Well, I am facing the wrong direction here. Wonton, are you showing something or are you just standing over here?
Yes, it is. High five.
Okay, so I've got Zombie, I've got Sentinel, I've got Phase, I've already got Legends, I've got Zevran, I've got Hardlight, I believe I've got Rubik, and Squall. Are you showing off something, Robot?
Yeah, did you check this world out?
Wait,
oh, wait, don't drop any portals.
I just found it.
Isn't it a memo?
Really?
Okay.
Could you not?
Oh yeah, man.
All right. With that,
we're here.
With that, where is Legends? He can drop the forced portal. Also, I'm getting some lower frame rates. Let me get off.
For world creators.
Oh, okay.
Why is there a
So if that is not what you're interested in, that's not, so. Just letting you know.
If you would like Legends, you can drop the first portal.
Yeah?
Yes, I must say something first.
Oh, okay. Can everybody listen to Legends here? He's the first portal, our first world here.
Okay, first, would anyone like some rotisseries? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so the world that we're going to go to, we've been there before. I think some of you've been here before. It's the space world with the guns and stuff. We're not going to spawn in the usual place. We're going to spawn in the second stage. We're not going to spawn any weapons. So I forgot to put the weapons where we spawn. So you're going to have to either you can find the jumping puzzle and grab one, or you can just get one in this little floaty thing. I'll explain more as we get there.
Hey man. You're gonna be here?
Also,
you
you
use a
can
normal size avatar and be respectful.
1 second.
Don't go AFK now. We're listening.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. Okay.
Alright, that's a block.
Hang on. Okay. Yeah. So this world, the enemies in this world, they can be affected by your particles, and for some reason, when you activate those particles on your avatar, everyone can see it, so it can easily break the map. Because I haven't, fully put that feature in yet, so just be careful with that. Because, if I'm shooting at something and then you take out your weapon, you shoot it, it's going to happen for everyone. So, we would have to do that on a separate time, because right now I just want to show everyone the new stuff I did. Okay, I'm dropping a portal.
Okay.
Okay, wait, you might have to go
First,
down
I
with
have to
them.
go AFK really fast.
Yeah,
okay?
don't
Jump the portal first, Legends, and then go FK. No, what are you doing?
Someone's got like a stick to just rotate him.
I mean, that was his original joke.
We're sorry, but Legends has sort of like VR narcolepsy where he'll just randomly.
Okay, please, I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry.
All right, follow Legends for the portal.
Anywhere,
yeah.
Anyway.
Just find a spot.
Oh yeah.
I guess you're
Right there, that should work.
Reminded me that this was going on.
How many people are we at right now?
Oh, I forgot that I've got moderation powers for this world. I kicked on that guy and he insta kicked out. I put it start vote.
Okay, well, I mean, that works.
Fine. Is it Invite Plus?
Invite Plus.
Invite Plus.
Yeah, Invite Plus.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Let's go.
Portal, guys.
We're at 35.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're at 35.
You gotta love those brief moments of double-digit frame rates.
I know.
Hey, heads up. You might want to like kick robot.
Wait, did
Heads up on that.
I thought Lakuza already did. Lakuza didn't realize that he had admin powers because he made this world and he tried to do a vote to kick and he accidentally kicked them all right away. So he might have already been gone.
No, you seriously might want to do that.
Although, also, we should go through the portal. Go through the portal, guys.
Yeah.
I actually was not aware of the dev meetup. I have the notifications on Discord down. I was actually here to join off of Hardlight to see if they could see if my mouth visemes work, if I made them.
You are talking with Visemes, but we should go to the portal.
Yeah. I might come back, after I close things up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and...
Okay, see ya.
See ya. For those watching on stream, did you actually see which person was the giant avatar? Because I was not actually looking at anything. I don't know how bad the shaking was for you guys, but for me it was really bad in VR. Apparently I can't have any other window focused unless... shaking.
Get the,
Oh, I can't jump.
Oh gosh, everything is so desynced. Legends, what is this?
Holy. Awesome.
Yeah.
desktop players should be fine now.
Nope, bye.
Okay, let's go. Uh-oh, bye, Cyan.
Oh, we have to start all the way down here?
I'll just go respawn.
Oh, that's a good idea. Respawn.
This is
Great idea there.
Destroy the portal.
We have to do what? I missed the beginning. Oh, the bye stabbing.
And that's what I assume.
You can go ahead and fight this stuff up there. This is local.
Oh, okay.
Sweet. Oh, the gun is up here?
Look on the tips channel. It's just a
I will.
like weight spec.
Oh, Legends, can we turn our music on here? Is it copyright free?
No, don't turn on your music.
Okay.
Turn it off.
Okay.
No music.
All right. Wait, where's the guys?
Where is the guys?
Where's the guys? There they are. Okay.
Oh. But by the way, the crates do not help you.
The what does that help you?
Don't use the crates.
I thought they would.
Oh!
It shoots through the crates. In the middle
Oh,
one,
the
they track your
explosion on
movements.
Death is
So be
great.
careful.
Oh!
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay, we got that one.
It's shooting up on my head. I finished
Oh,
first
no.
level.
Oh, it goes through the box. Come on.
Wait, the crates protect the robots.
Oh, this would be so much better with sound.
Are the enemies local, by the way?
Yes, they should all be local.
Oh.
Just keep moving. Just keep moving.
Oh shit.
That should
So,
help.
so if someone has avatar particles, they can kill them for you, though, right?
Yeah.
Are people still joining?
What is this?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
The one in the middle? Oh, it's still there. I didn't realize.
Oh, what? Bro, that's a whole spawn.
I speedrun this shit.
Makes it a bit too easy.
Okay, so I think you have to wait back here till his like blast goes by.
Oh, I mean, I just
All right.
chopped through it.
Yeah, I could probably suggest that for Legends actually. I mean, that'd be quite cool.
I Yeah. Kill.
Go, ask him.
Makes it impossible to damage the turret.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it drew lines on the
This world kind of reminds me of a Beat Saber.
Oh, he got a lot of inspiration from with the red and blue. You should have saw the beginning section.
Able to damage it with the shield, because when the shield comes up, you should be hitting the shield, and that has its own health pool.
Sorry, I was in blend. I don't have muted for some reason. Yeah, I was gonna say you just drew curves and then extruded the mesh around the curve.
So that for a brief period of time.
You just delete the stop button, Y button.
I thought about that.
Generators around the area that you have to destroy and stuff.
Wait, what is this?
I only go to like the death meetup.
So right now,
it's a Y bot.
The way we die.
I remember this.
But at least you muted me, so we.
Oh, you haven't?
It's a W bot for Y.
So how's everyone's performance? Is anyone lagging really bad?
I'm at 40, but I don't.
It's actually really good here.
Which is normal. So it's fine.
Optimized. Excellent avatar game. Excellent.
No, I really need to make that.
If you tap W,
But yeah, the network is usually a huge bottleneck for me, so it's actually really good performance-wise here.
That's good. Even with the health system I set up, because the health system is just a bunch of triggers.
Oh, is it? It's just a bunch of sequential triggers, huh? Okay.
A bunch of triggers. It's tedious to set up, but it works. Because I didn't know how to do this health like you did.
I thought it was.
Yeah,
I thought it was the same height.
needs work. It's I got a new version I'm working on, which hopefully should be a bit easier, but it should be pretty easy to use once it's all ready to go.
Oh, so by the way, Legends, was this what you wanted to show off? Because I think everybody's done here.
Yeah. This is just one part I wanted to show off the new enemy before you enter the door. So,
Are we going in? Is there someone behind the door yet?
No. No, I disabled it so you can't go in. It's yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to show it off too much.
Rubik had a suggestion.
Redman games.
Oh, yes, Rubik.
If you've been in
What's the game with Cowboy?
How's it going so far?
Good. It's interesting. Awesome.
This is just the first world. We have a huge list today.
It's actually, yeah. It's amazing.
Do you see these people's avatars? They are red for me.
I'm wondering if that's part of it.
These two people.
Oh, hold on, I'm being called.
Who's one of you?
What's going on?
It's just an animator. That's all it is. Just another animator.
Yeah. But if I do an animator because I wanted to have the weapons be able to say, "Oh, reloading" or whatever. But the animation problem, it puts everything in sync.
You can put that on a different object. It's okay.
Just put it on the parent object. Like that's how I did my bows. Like my bows do not have an animator, but the parent has an animator.
If anything, there are less right now.
Oh, so does that make it so that it doesn't sync? Because I remember you said that
the
problem before.
VRC pickup script itself will add an animator if there's an animator, it will add animation sync if it has an animator with it, even if it doesn't have object sync. So if you add it to the parent, it doesn't check the parent.
So you can put an animator anywhere above, right? Because as long as your clips go down as much as you want. Right? So it doesn't matter where your animator is.
I'm a fake.
Oh.
Okay. The thing that kind of sucks about putting your animator higher up is that you have to make sure that your animation clips have the same path all the way down. So it makes it more difficult to reorganize. But say you have gun.
But if you turn
right, and then that has your particle system on it, and it's got your pickup script on it, all that kind of stuff. If you want to then go one up and say gun parents.
Wait, why is this swearing back for me? I killed it.
Who knows, Legends? Maybe we should get away before it kills you now. I'm gonna.
Yes. Okay, so we got a lot of work to go through. We can
kill that.
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and set up the respawn shader.
Can you kill that turret?
And let's see who is next on the list. I don't know if El Fido Rubio is here.
Is that an avatar? Okay.
Do you meant to ask people to respawn? Because we're not right next to the...
I'm just telling them to respawn to go over there on purpose. Just to gather the people who didn't going over here. So...
Safety settings.
Okay, is some here?
Yes.
There he is.
You like the new enemy?
Zombie, I'm not sure if I pronounced your name, but you are next to drop a portal.
I'm still working on it, but I'm going to redesign the guns and make them reload. Because right now,
cool. Is it supposed to be Invite Plus?
Invite Plus, please.
Shoot. It shouldn't be like that. There should be some ammo pickups, stuff like that. I'm going to really just go
hopefully we're not too close to spawn and everybody around here.
I'll bump forward here a second.
I could click said.
You did your field.
No, getting my.
Ooh, my world menu is not loading.
Oh no. Assuming that we are
ammo?
all here.
Is that what it says?
Another new one.
6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reload. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reload.
Sorry, almost fell off.
Because I'm pretty sure everyone killed those things. They're so fast with all the ammo. The bullets you can just spam. Yeah, it's not gonna be like that.
So I mean, Legends. One thing that you could do is you could just add more health. Oh, portal guys, if you guys want to go in.
But that's super duper tedious. The way I did it, the health is just literally animated with the trigger.
I know it is.
Of the health going down.
Which is why, you know,
So
if you give me like a specific system, I could probably help with that and like either do a generator or just make it like more generic so you don't need it as much.
I could actually open my menu. One moment.
But alright, portal guys.
Hey, Cyan, seriously, more on that later because that's a huge problem.
Just ping me on Discord to remind me.
Gotcha. I have to go, so thanks everyone. Hope you like the world. I'll be back in the meetup. Yes.
Bye, Legends. Are you guys going through the portal?
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. I needed time to open the menu. Everyone was so laggy.
Oh.
God damn. Like, yeah, I wish I would have told you about that guy because I do know him.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's not my friends, but yeah, like if you don't want the N-word shouted on your stream, you might want to get rid of that guy. I'm quite sure he invited a bunch of people, so heads up.
Alright.
But
Thanks for letting me
damn
know.
it. Yeah, no problem.
Then I'm just
Because
gonna...
he's done that on my world too.
Has he? Okay. Do you not have the internet or the computer anymore to go on? Because I know I saw you said like you just recently moved. Reading comments. At some point I'm going to put these in the stream, but I just haven't messed up or changed my setup yet. And I also can't really shout Igbar since he says he has everything you want to know.
I hear the sound effect, but don't see the ship.
Okay.
Should be on the back side over here on the rock.
I just joined in. What's going on?
Oh, there it is.
Go turn off your music over here.
Oh, I don't have
turn
any
your sound effects on.
Already. Oh, turn it
No,
on.
no, go,
Cruiser, right?
go turn the sound on and turn the music off over there.
Caldari Cruiser.
Oh, you're talking through a jet, Eddie, not like the standard. Oh, you're not in VR at the moment.
Yeah, I just literally got done streaming, and I was trying to catch the dev meetup.
Day night.
Ooh, nice. What you stream?
I was playing Delta Ruin.
Oh, nice.
I don't hear
I
anything.
got close to the end. I'm basically at the end. I'll finish it another time though.
Actually, that might be silent.
Wait, is there actually any sound? Because I don't hear anything.
Yeah. You turn the music off?
Yes, I turned that
Turn your
music
sound
off.
effects up?
I hear
Oh,
a
okay.
little.
Maybe when this is all.
I hear a bit of music.
Was I supposed to go over there?
And all that crap.
Oh, I
Wait,
just see it.
where did the...
There's the ship.
Right here.
Where's Zombie?
Right here. What's that?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, that's why you sound
silent water shader?
sound like you're from talking through the Vive headset.
I think it's the VR water shader.
That's very specific.
Water shader. Oh, did you edit it for...
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Unity water shader, you mean?
No, not the Unity one. It's
Let me know how it is.
I think it's called on Asset Store. It's VR water shader. Then I went through and edited it, and then I added
Oh, okay, so
caustics
that's,
on the ground.
that's an asset store water shader. Okay, let's go check it out. Caustics, huh? Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't turn out to be.
Oh, yeah!
Originally, I was using projectors for it, but I just put a plane down and then added.
And so
material
does
to
it do the tint too? Okay, so the tint is a projector onto the surfaces. It's not on us. So it's not volume.
So yeah, right. Well, it does work on you. It doesn't work on me because I'm point Emmy shader. Yeah.
Works on me.
Okay. It works on standard shaders?
Nice.
Yeah, it works on
Right.
the...
I wasn't expecting flags on the ship.
Okay.
That was cool.
Okay.
Did you actually go to the ship, Lakuza?
Yeah, you can actually walk on
Oh
it.
yeah, you can go up to the ship. Yeah.
Okay, you should. So now that we're all here, we should take people on tour. I get overly excited about water shaders for some reason. Oh, there's a secret! There's a secret!
Oh, you got to be worthy.
I wanted to ask, how many wars do I have for this meetup?
I mean, I can still add you to the list, but let me check the actual number.
I mean, I've got a world. I wasn't really planning anything, but I kind of thought of submitting it. But I've got I've got an arm wrestling world, and it's just for an advice now. It currently supports like 8 people, so I'll have to re-upload it.
You don't have to re-upload it. You can just go to the
Yeah.
website and change the number of players.
Oh, Jesus, yes. Heck yeah.
So right
Okay,
now there are
yeah,
6 people
then,
after this world. I don't know how many worlds they plan on showing off, but that's the number of people so far. If you want, do you want me to add you to the list?
Alright, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That would be appreciated. Alright, thanks a lot.
Only quick suggestion I can make is if you make a system, you
There's my
might
mouse.
to blur the water, make it less transparent. Because I think that's one of the problems. That through it completely clean.
I mean, the thing is, like, water is such a complex visual thing. Like, there's a lot of effects.
Oh, you can't even get to it.
And people want different ones, and so like getting good VR compatible water shaders that have the reflection on the top and the distortion underneath and the caustics and the tint, like that's like 4 or 5 shaders already. If you combine them into one, that'd be awesome. But yeah. All right. Okay, let's go on a tour.
Would
you
like?
Sure. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Worthy.
Oh god.
The cruiser.
The effects on the Earth are
Yeah.
pretty cool. Lighting.
Oh yeah. So do you have the lights on or off?
I think. What are they by default?
I think the one you
By
turn on
default,
there.
they're on. Right. So if you turn off the lights,
Right now.
the emission maps are toggled on the planet over here, so you can see the cities and stuff. Also, there's emission maps on all the rocks. I don't have HDR on in here yet, so it doesn't really glow too much, but you can kind of see them with the lights on or off.
Are your
That's-
what are your planets? Are these like a flat image, or is this part of your skybox, or what?
They're physically there. They're physically there. Yeah.
As a giant sphere, or as a flat image?
I believe the scale on it is it's a sphere. I think the scale's 10,000 on that one and 15 on that one.
Oh my
So
God.
they're quite a
the
ways out
spaceship
there.
is also fully modeled as well.
Yeah, spaceship is
man,
fully
okay.
modeled as well.
For myself.
Super cool.
First time I came here, I
Okay,
flew
let's
up to
get out of the
spaceship and
fun.
walked
I
on
want
it.
to see
Let's lead the way.
Everything through the water. Is the grass part of it?
Say again.
The grass. That's the only thing that
that's
looks out of place.
Surprisingly good FPS.
Yeah, it's standard Unity grass. I'm waiting on a good grass shader that I found that I could get going. I really don't like it. It's the only thing that's outdated from my stuff, I guess, that needs to be kind of redone.
Awesome.
But I mean, it does what it needs to do for now.
I might have a grass shader for you. I haven't actually used it for anything, but I tested it out and was like, okay, that looks decent.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'll PM you on Discord later.
Sure.
Wait, the portal is
Nope.
an actual app.
Yeah, so there's emission maps on. Yeah.
Night should be the default. This is so cool.
Wait, this isn't night?
Well, I like
Hold on.
day. I like
Some
day.
major PTSD.
No, it's a physical object.
Where's the night?
The one in the center here
Both of them.
is nighttime.
Yeah,
I still like
okay,
day
you
too.
can see more of the local details.
I
of
like
that,
day better,
but Yeah. And I love the
It
storms
gets-
on this one. This is really
Yeah.
cool.
It gets a little bit too green for me at night.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I actually have a cyan. I actually have a second world that's just like this one, small download.
I mean, you
but
can show
it's
off
on a
multiple
much
worlds.
larger scale. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're okay with that, I'd be more than happy to drop it.
If you wanna lead
this
the group,
world
though.
is like this local area, but can we get up there?
Space battle.
If you got chairs and someone who can fly, yeah, you can get up there.
Right here, if you don't see the
but,
spaceship.
Already bringing people over.
But eventually you'll be able to get up there.
Yeah.
Oh, Optiblazers left.
Take me away.
There they go.
Okay,
I should
we
have
need to
redone my
we need to do
flying avatar.
some fairies.
I
I'll check it out.
was gonna say, do you want to continue with
The
the
spaceship
tour? Or
is
it sounds
very
like
low
people
res.
just. Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, very much more to go. I mean, over there's a cave that has a tent in it, and that's about it.
I should at least go look in the cave.
Tent and a fireplace. Yeah.
How do you get to it? Do you just jump?
That's cool. An actual functioning gummy ship.
Just head on over here.
Nope. Now I can see it.
Oh.
I have nameplates turned off, so I almost thought this was like a person. I am not clicking here. It Yeah, it's
I
cool.
need to update the fire on this one.
Wait, there's a fire?
Oh,
you have to turn it on.
Yeah. It's I realized that it's using the old particle systems from old Unity.
Oh.
So I need to go through and remove those. But other than that, the new map that I'll show you guys here in a second has the updated fire. Which are both still in progress of making them look right.
Yeah. Can you actually walk in here? Oh, you can.
I didn't notice it this time, but last time I loaded into this world, I noticed that the sound source for the ship when it
Is in the
jumps
wrong
in,
place?
it's not. Yeah, it's not on the ship.
I don't
It's
know
like in the
why
center of the map.
It is on the ship, which is
It
what
is on the
confuses
ship
me.
in Unity. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is I don't know why it was doing that. It might have been
'cause I was
getting
like-
reset by the animator.
Yeah, because your worlds usually have good sound. So I was like, what's up with that?
Yeah, that's not my normal. I would have caught that sooner. It would have been updated, but I just haven't had time yet.
Okay, so I think we have a lot of people in the worlds. Do you want to, or I can gather all people and then like we can go to the next one.
Yeah, let's respawn real quick and I'll drop
Okay.
a portal for it.
Ooh, yeah, and the Pecker. Oh no, I didn't get to see this little camera.
Yeah, he's got another world he wants to show off, so I'm just trying to move things quicker.
No, that's fine. Like it's cool to go see the spaceship, but there's not. I mean, it's meant to be seen from a distance, but it does have full mesh colliders on it.
So I'm actually worried if they can see the shader from here. If this world is that big.
Wait, this one?
Oh, we should respawn first.
See what shader?
The respawn.
Is there a spaceship gonna crash into us or something?
Oh,
No, I lost Ryan though. He's invisible.
Oh, here.
Huh.
There he is. Yeah. This was not a big download, right? So, like, basically, there's not a lot of geometry here. We just have some like big textures there. But that spaceship is like the entire thing is like probably one atlas, so it's super low res.
Yeah, that's what he said it was.
Okay.
He said it was meant to be seen from a
Yeah,
distance.
but like it's still pretty cool there.
Yeah.
Is Dio in?
Yeah, Dio was just here. He's right there. You can't see me pointing.
Look, who's a... Oh, hey.
Okay, guys, if you can see it, go through the portal.
Okay, Legends, you were saying something?
Yes, remember when you
I
find the chair in the
respawned.
middle?
Yes, finally.
And the shield
Portal,
came
if
up?
you can see it.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
How much time we have? Okay, we're good. Did you see how the Go ahead, look, because we're gonna go. We're just gonna.
I'll go next while you guys are discussing.
Okay. I'll tell you in there.
Yeah, it's best to just go in. So you know 3 of my friends? Or are you saying that you only know 3 compared to like everybody that's in this? Amanda?
Oh wow, I managed to make it through finally.
Yeah. Oh no, mine would be just like I'm too childish.
Oh, you know, I can
Maybe.
change my number now if I wanted to. I could be Fiona 0
That is
or whatever.
there, by the way.
No, don't be another fucking 01. Be
No, be 69, 69. Come on.
You're better than 59, 36 or whatever the heck I am.
You know how many people are hashtag 0001?
You could have Fiona 1337. Come on now. Do something.
I'm just gonna keep mine the way it is.
So
'cause
me.
I don't want to.
Yes.
I've already put in so many worlds.
What about
I know.
Where is
Fiona?
Oh, there it is.
Well, like 6 hours after the game.
Alright, we're zombie. Okay, should we just explore? Is there anything specific you want to show?
Yeah.
If this
I
is
would
a
just
big world,
explore
we should-
here. There's some scuff. There's some scuff boats you can go and play in. It's the same as the other world, just bigger and a little more thought out. Yeah, it's fun. I guess there's a music player up there you can turn off as well.
Alright, let's check it out. I'm gonna find the music player first. Wait.
So that can be fixed with the transition time. Just make sure it's instant, and it shouldn't do that. It can also be the curves as well. So is that all one animation, or is it like, or is it a
It's an
different
animation layer. It's an animation layer. It's all of it.
Right.
I don't know. Is 500 particles too much? It doesn't sound like
500 particles? Not even close.
Did you want to try exploring some of this? Because I think that's what we're going to be doing for a few minutes.
All right.
You could try.
Sure. Let's do that.
I never realized how tall the skeleton was.
To default values or something.
Never have I ever kept spawning and would not stop.
I know.
That's a hacker doing that. That's a hacker doing that.
Or it's somebody who set up their spawn trigger wrong.
Okay, because it
Well, no, it's set as a dynamic prefab in the world, so if someone's cheating, they can spawn it over and over.
Oh, okay.
Where's my?
Yeah.
I was about to say,
my
no,
menu didn't
don't
show
do
up.
it.
Wait, what's going on?
In the Never Have I Ever, I went into one instance where they had that exact prefab, and they clicked it, and it spawned like over 600 of them, and would not stop. And
Okay.
it crushed everyone in the instance. Like, no, why is that here? It could break. No, I thought it was because it didn't have like a limiter.
Donuts.
Oh, the donuts and
Almost
somebody
crashed
clicked
them
it.
up the second you clicked it.
I remember that.
There's our log. Okay. Someone click the ditto. Let's see what happens.
What's behind you now?
Ditto?
Wait, why would you want to crash us?
Wait,
I
what?
just want to see what it's doing.
The ditto's doing something?
It doesn't do anything to you. It's just a ditto.
It's just a ditto.
Okay, it doesn't spawn
It's
dittos.
a special ditto.
Your ditto should be your mirror toggle.
The mirror toggle? The mirror toggles are over there.
See the login.
It feels weird being in desktop.
I know.
Select your window on your desktop. Open up your menu. Hit menu 3.
There's a
and
boat
then,
over there?
like, I've got now a big kind of curve.
Oh, I can't reach it.
What?
Oh.
I don't know, it was just bouncing. Interesting physics.
So bouncy. Bouncing on the water.
Yeah, just exploring. They said there were boats you can play with.
Yeah. Oh. Oh yes, you can. I guess.
You're so cute in the moonlight.
You wear a tunic, so adorable.
Hold on, where's the pickup location? That's the chair. How do you pick it up?
Yeah, I actually. Yeah.
We may not be able to pick it up, but we can sit upside down. Where's the pickup on this?
It's just like in real life when you put your. Oh, hi.
If you have a paddle, you should be able to flip it.
Oh, I do not have a paddle. I am now underground. Oh, there we go. Oh, no.
Proverbial creek.
There we go.
Here, guys.
Oh, hi.
Wait, yeah.
Where's the other seats?
Oh, I was in it. I can't get it now.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Be careful.
You should get out.
What you have to do to control the boat is lightly touch the boat with the paddle, and it'll go where you want.
Very comfortable.
Yeah, I should have warned you about that. Chairs can be very shaky.
Is it shaky because like there's so many of us?
It's shaky because it was implemented poorly.
The same low friction.
I see.
Physical material on the boat and the water.
It was not originally meant for, or to be able to move, but people just continually do it.
Right.
Even though people put it on avatars.
Yeah, sorry, I was taking my headset off to respond to a message.
It's on a certain layer. I forget which layer it's on.
And the boat just went flying.
Alright, keeping it on. And also trying to type with the keyboard because I don't like using the.
VRChat and Unity Physics. Sometimes the scuffed models are better than if you had got it working. Like if you all you could do is just kind of like slowly scoot around on the water. Boring. You can launch it up a tree. Awesome.
So I think everybody found the boats. Is there any more that you wanted to show off or explore, or should we move on to the next world?
I mean, there's not too much here aside from just the path that goes around. There is like a never have I ever thing over there, but it's just a toggle that turns on two boxes.
Okay.
because I didn't want to spend too much time on it. Other than that, there's a mirror over by the rock, just like in any world. And I think that's really it.
I'm gonna go check out the
But yeah.
lookout.
Did I gain my controllers back?
Hey, Cyan, I'm here now.
Okay, I can
Took
put
me a
you
while to
next
unload.
then.
All right. Yeah, it's only gonna take a few minutes. It's really a barren world, so.
Didn't Fiona like go to it once? Did
Okay,
you fix
see
like
that?
the double like vision thing?
Yeah, the anti-aliasing thing. Yeah, it's just that I didn't know that you couldn't turn that on. VRChat.
Okay.
Wait, that's anti-aliasing doing that?
Okay. My screen should be.
That does the double vision for post-processing?
Hey, just
want to say,
really nice world. I like. It reminds me of like
anti-aliasing.
that guy
Oh, yeah,
in
never
Night
do
World. Just
anti-aliasing.
it's better lit. It's got not a lot of nice lighting in it, so it's.
Yeah. That was like the inspiration for the
because as a
original one
desktop
was
player,
missing guy
dark
at night.
worlds are absurdly dark for me, so I really appreciate well lit worlds.
Okay, tell me more about this planet and how you have.
This
the,
one's in all my
glitter on
worlds.
the edge.
So
what's going on here?
For now?
Yeah, that's like an atmosphere shader on the outside of it. It's just a sphere larger than the actual planet. And depending if you have the lights on or off, you'll see that on that planet and that one as well. Oh, well,
So you have a particle system doing the storm, and you have the surface shader,
nope,
which
that's
is doing
that's a shader doing everything there.
Is that one shader that's doing it all? It's not multiple layers.
That's one shader doing it all. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So there's three materials there. There's a distortion like layer and normal map on there as well. That's making it look stormy, and then there's the physical. I think it's a point light on the inside of the planet, and then the shader that's scrolling the emissive lightning as well.
And then a separate object that's doing the atmosphere.
It's a separate object. Obviously parented to the same thing. It just has a different shader on it. And then like
That's super cool. Badly.
Oh, it's
Sorry,
nice,
what?
man.
He wants it.
I want
That one.
planet.
That one there has a. Neither of the planets are rotating, but that one does have a scrolling, three scrolling cloud textures on it. Like the one in the other world as well.
I take it you are a shader guy.
I understand them a little bit, but mostly this is assets, and then
by the way,
make them work better, I guess, in terms of
okay.
what I would want. Right?
Why
Yeah.
would you go AFK? Not again.
Oh,
I'm more of an animation person.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way,
So if you're an animation person, where's your animation?
you know what?
Here?
Never mind. Nah. I was gonna say another map, but nah.
Well,
I'm sorry. Okay.
I would do the space animation, the original one that I have all the planets for, which kind of got me into world building. But since the new update, the rotations on it are broken. But maybe next time. I'm trying to get it re-uploaded. Yeah.
Okay. Are we fine if we move on?
That's your non-existent.
Yeah,
world
good.
here.
Go.
Fido.
Okay.
Well, let's respawn first.
Fideo.
Respawn first.
Yeah.
I have a
Zombie,
soft spot.
did you consider like making the gravity weaker? Because you can edit the gravity in the project settings.
The gravity's at, I think it's at,
It does
the
seem
jump
low.
power is at 5 currently.
No.
And the speed's the same, so it doesn't feel too much different.
Right.
And I think it's similar in the other world as well. Let's go see what they're.
Yeah. Shall we all respawn?
I believe you.
This is why I got.
Okay. Fido's over here.
Do these people like create things from scratch, or do they get like from the asset store and stuff?
So I mean, like everybody does a variety of stuff. I would say, so like in any given world. So some of my worlds, like I've made everything from scratch. Some of it has just been pure assets, but for most people, it's probably a mix of both.
And then we also have people that do like big projects, like I think was it Burrito that was doing the World of Warcraft port? Like he's porting over a huge section of World of Warcraft. So we also do stuff like that. So don't worry about like the Final Fantasy world. So yeah, it's a little bit of mix. So don't threat if you have assets that are used from like MMD or Gmod and you're mashing them all together. Like we're not going to shun you for that. Because I'm completely guilty.
Shun
Links.
Shun him.
But yeah, if you'd like to drop a portal.
No, proceed to shun him.
Okay, we're ready for the portal?
Yep, we're ready.
Yeah, just one thing. If anybody's streaming, there's copyrighted music, so turn that off.
Already done.
And also, the world, it's really small.
Oh no.
And also the interactions might break really easily, so please don't touch it unless I explain things first. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna drop it here.
Everyone spread out.
Sorry, you need another avatar that says don't touch anything.
I know. There's a ton of avatars that I need to make that I just haven't done anything for.
Yeah.
Respawn, don't touch anything, do touch everything, explore, quiet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, let's
portal,
go.
guys.
Let's go.
That was a new one.
Is that Rubik? Oh, yeah, Rubik, if you can see it, portal.
Yeah, I got you. Shinji's. Oh, I think I've seen this world.
Alright, and that's everybody. As my camera starts to shake. Nope, there's no response. Wayne, why don't you just join? It's currently open to everybody, even if it is 40 people.
So everyone here's black screen. So I know Fidel was messing with post-processing stuff. So I think we're gonna have to launch back at the link.
All right.
My screen is fully black. Yikes.
Oh, I'm not black screen right now.
Yeah, I'm
Are you in desktop or VR?
Yeah.
Desktop.
That's why.
VR.
Okay.
Hey, whoever's in desktop can drop a portal and guide us into it. That'd be great.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's working. I'm in VR right now.
I'm desktop, and my screen is
Is it actually?
black as the night.
Lakuta has actual vision. It's on VR.
It's not aims in VR, it's black in VR.
Yeah, it is completely
Black and
VR.
desktop as well.
Yeah, I'll go to Uganda.
So but I don't think it's because of VR, because I'm using the Oculus client, I guess.
Oh.
Wait, it's working fine for me.
Oh, wait, I see something.
Oh, wait, here it comes.
Oh! Turn off the telescope. Turn off the telescope.
Look straight down. Look straight down.
I can.
Is that us?
Do you, I can. Hey, if someone leaves this on and drops a portal.
Oh no! Turn it back on.
Turn it back on. Turn it back on. Hey guys, drop the portal and we can see ourselves go into it.
Turn the thing around.
Yeah, it was
super laggy as well.
Just leave it. Turn on the telescope and leave it on, and then someone drop a portal.
I thought I had to restart for a second.
No.
Turn it back on, guys. Turn the telescope back on.
Loaded.
Because somebody turned it on probably when you loaded in.
Where's my eyes?
The way for us to see is if you turn the telescope back on.
No. Okay. All right. Hey, drop a portal with the telescope on, and I can. Oh, stop it! Leave it on.
Leave the damn thing on.
We can't do anything.
Where is it?
What did I
Okay, stop. Don't move the telescope. Just leave it on. Drop a portal, and we can move our tiny selves into it.
But I can't see myself.
Look straight down.
Me neither.
I can't. I'm
I can see
looking
myself.
straight down. Does nothing.
Look at me go. Look at me dab. Look at me dab. Look at me dab.
Why am I all the way down there?
You don't see yourself, Connor?
I see my. I see.
I would if I could actually open this.
I can't see myself.
See you, zombie.
Okay, if this is the case, we're gonna have to like stop and then go back to the new instance,
Found me.
like the original instance, guys.
It's not
Go back to the launch link.
All right, everybody, go back to the launch link.
It's like I'm playing dolls.
Hey, Simon, can you turn respawn shader?
I can't get to my menu to turn it on. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I don't know if you can see it or not.
I can't see anything.
Launch link.
That's black again.
Alright, got a ping.
Dope.
10 VR. Just not.
Quick,
All right.
hurry, portal, someone.
No, I wasn't touching it. I was
Exit VR.
Is there a portal?
Rachel, can you not see?
Of the portal.
no.
Where?
I open a portal.
Can you see me?
There is. If there's not a portal, everyone go to the
Tell me where to
launch
go.
link.
I have to go off sound.
Is there a portal?
No, launch link.
Oh.
No, don't touch it.
Launch link.
Hey, stop
Launch link.
my word.
From the events.
Anywhere.
I don't think I'm in the Discord.
Move.
I can't see shit.
Join the club, buddy.
Stop.
Okay, I am reposting this.
Hey, okay, I dropped word over
Somebody opened a portal.
I did. Go down the hall.
Where's down the hall? I just also pinged on Discord.
Okay. Okay, go forward. Just forward.
What is forward?
Forward. Yeah, forward. There,
Don't
there,
you
yeah,
guys-
right.
I did it! Did we seriously go to Uganda?
That
Yep.
moment
they
that
seriously dropped
Uganda
the
is a
bottle.
better alternative than anything else.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll get something appropriate.
Oh my gosh. Are we actually... We did.
Oh fuck, this thing is not full body ready. This is hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
We are actually in Uganda.
No, you have to bend your legs a little bit when you're in the Unity bones.
It was just black for me.
Oh, it was black for everybody.
It's a public one.
The person who made it does not have VR, so he doesn't know VR issues.
That's how I fixed mine.
It's like
Uganda.
But it was not black for everyone.
It will forever be shunned.
I don't know what caused it. Somebody might have clicked something because they didn't listen about don't click anything, so...
Like telescope. If you click the telescope, you look down that thing.
No,
And
it's
they
like
kept
before
clicking
that. They might have clicked something that like interacted before that.
I just loaded in. I just saw black.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Worst
that's
thing
a...
I
in the
did
TV.
going into that portal was don't click on anything until I explain
Actually,
everything.
it might
Nobody
have been the
listens.
TV. I saw.
We're home, my brother. We're home.
Yeah, sorry about that, Cyan. I don't know what was causing the black screen. It's probably the vignette on the second camera.
Ebola
Wait,
for
you
you.
shouldn't have any cameras enabled at start.
Hello, everyone.
No, the camera, the second camera is not enabled. It's only enabled when you hit the telescope. But I don't know why it did for everybody.
Do you have something like... Oh, you probably have something broadcasting when it shouldn't be.
Knuckle chungus. Oh no.
How long are we gonna wait here to get everybody back? Oh gosh. Oh.
10 out of 10 Avatar, let's go.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say, Bonnie?
You probably have a broadcast that shouldn't be.
Falling through that.
Like it should be, everything should be local, not broadcast.
Okay, join the
Okay, let me check that real
Who is?
Akusa.
Oh.
He's back in the workplace.
Next
So,
dance party.
Okay, so
everyone goes back there.
I'm gonna be lit.
I can't drop a portal to it, but go ahead and tell them that.
Bonnie,
Okay, I'll go to
call you
him.
real quick?
Yeah, go to him and tell him to
See if
join
we
off
can
me.
fix it and upload it again.
Yes. Okay.
Oh my god, we need to get something like a pole dance.
Both.
2 minutes.
Yo, what else is
Copy me, my brother.
Wait, time out. You got me in the eye. Wait.
Why is my screen so shaky?
2019.
Why?
What does it? Oh, it's the fucking.
Yeah, I'm gonna check real quick with Bonnie and see if we can fix it and re-upload it. And how many worlds you still?
We got a lot of worlds.
Okay, so I might be able to
How many
show
worlds
that.
do we have?
Let's see. Next is Hardlight, Sentinel, Phase, Zevran, Rubik, Squall, Panaman.
Oh wow, that is.
Where is it's Hardlight even here?
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
I just want to say.
You got it just for this?
Icky. Icky
That was so
Burger.
funny.
Wow, this screen is so shaky.
Hey.
I'm hanging out with some other people right now, but I have the stream up on the other monitor. I just saw the sheer panic that was going on.
Yeah. And then you had to join us to rub it in.
So good. It was so good.
And everyone's
had to tell you in person.
Voice gesture is
Good meme sign. Good memes.
You're welcome. Okay, so everybody, if you can, join based off of a link from the Discord. So it's like back at the Dev Meetup started.
I can't. It won't let me.
Me neither.
Either join off me or join off Lakuza. I'm about to go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a little messed up then.
Oh, monkey. Hey.
Oh gosh.
He's here.
There he is.
There.
Hey.
No, they have it. Where's everyone else?
Yes.
What happened?
By the way, how that you are next when everybody seems to get here.
Oh, okay, cool. That works for me.
Okay.
Did you guys get sent to Uganda?
We did.
I saw you were in the Uganda world.
You got sent there?
Somebody dropped the portal to Uganda, so I had to get out.
The guy who dropped the portal, it was Uganda, and I was telling everyone not to go in.
No, we just, use the launch link like we're supposed to do when you crash.
That wasn't a crash. But yeah, whatever.
If one person goes
Yes.
in that portal, everyone goes
When
in.
you get that, you can't move.
But it's okay because we have now cleansed ourselves to the actual developers. People are joining in, and then I think if we get who's next on the list?
Hardlight, which I don't know where he went. Here he is.
Hardlight. Okay. So we can probably drop a portal at any time, and people. So after we stop having so many people come in, then more people can just join in where we're going.
Okay.
But it looks like most people
Are
are
we
coming
doing
back.
Invite Plus or
Yes.
Friends Plus?
Invite Plus.
Invite Plus, please.
Invite Plus, okay.
You should probably drop it closer to spawn in case people actually walk into it.
What's going on, kids? Hello.
Oh, hey!
That voice.
Voice.
I always wanted to change the outfit.
How goes?
I don't know how to weight paint.
I need to learn more.
So
Oh, dude, it's Daniel.
For me.
Now we can be a combined structure.
We need you to say rap lyrics in that voice.
I don't know how to tired of things.
Say, all you ladies pop your pussy like this.
What?
Didn't you make
He's using like the like meme Daniel voice.
Oh, that world was awesome.
Yeah.
It seriously was.
What about the pop and the pussy?
So the only thing I have to say about my world is that it will be going to the toy box. So it might be hard on the network with this many people. The only thing I really want to test is the timer or the counter prefab, which only need like 4 or 5 people for. But
we're gonna get everybody if we're going to show it. So it's up to you if you want to.
We're gonna get it. I think it should be fine. It's just like I know Toy Box has like 4 dynamic spawn prefabs, and those usually take a long time to sync up. So it might be a bit heavy going in. But once we get in, it should be okay. Hopefully.
I'm assuming based off how things have been lately, like we might black screen. So it's like if everyone can hear me, go through the portal slowly. Do not all rush in.
Yes.
Well, trickle in.
So go in slower. Do not just rush.
In.
Oh, bless you, man. Boss.
Like a boss.
Yeah, time to not be Knuckles anymore. Good meme.
Alright,
Yeah,
come on
good
in.
meme.
Trickle in.
I remember when you were
Slowly
testing.
don't rush in, don't rush in, don't rush in.
Portal coming in, so.
Don't rush in.
For Meetup, where people
slowly.
projects are working on.
Every 2 seconds, someone else go through.
I did not know that portals cause light.
Oh yeah, they add a dynamic light when you go into it.
Next.
That's pretty cool.
Just stand in the line.
Next.
Go ahead.
Okay, you could go a little faster than this. It's just don't have everybody going at once.
Slowly, get in the line, get in the line.
What is this?
If we're gonna run out of time, guys.
Can we just make
Oh, it does. Oh, it does. Good. Okay. Next.
Next. Come
Fine. I'll go next.
Okay, we could just go in, just don't like all at once. So like we could just keep going, guys. Just go.
Keep going. Single file.
Single file, just go.
Single file.
Single file. Let's just go in.
Just go in.
It's because you're young? No.
Yeah, I just tried to.
Rachel, hi. Welcome.
Hi.
We're going in another portal. So.
Are you guys coming?
Right now?
Everyone pile in.
All right, everyone, just go in now. It should be good. Just going. You're still knuckle stabby.
Yeah, we had a detour, so yeah.
All right, Doctor, it's just us.
Yeah, I'm holding off until I start seeing the messages of "Oh, I crashed," because that's what happens every single time someone's showing off a counter.
Oh, this is hard that you know.
But I don't have a freaking counter. I know. All right, let's go.
Oh gosh, black screened. Honestly, I forgot to look at the comments. Do I still have 2 identical streams? Okay, ignore the second one. I don't know what's causing that. Yeah, everyone needs to go back to the launch link. Let's see, where is my stream? What is the video manager here? Can I end one of these? All right, I'm not even gonna let this continue. Nope, lost my mouse. Wait a minute, it's not even showing.
Yay, crashing.
Oh joy, did this open in Oculus and not Steam VR?
What?
Steam VR is unresponsive.
Rip.
Do I have a hand? Like, how am I moving right now?
One of your hands is kind
You're
of backwards.
haunted.
Oh, yeah, your hand.
Well, you know what? I'll be back. Okay, so, not sure what's going on here real quick, so I'm just going to black this out and restart Steam VR. Okay, I am back. Let's actually launch the game again, hopefully. There, it worked. Yeah, sorry about that. I ignore the second stream. I don't know what's causing that.
Joins, it sends out a ping to everyone else, and they have to do a reply to that. So it's at maximum capacity of 40, it's basically when you join, there's 40 of those that go out to everyone.
Nice.
And then 40 responses individual, or I guess 40 squared responses. So I'll have to trim that down a little bit for now.
What happened to your gravity force gun that you were shooting? Like you had
Oh,
like a
yeah,
gun
yeah. Oh, you actually got in, did you?
Welcome back.
Yeah, I was never really happy with that, so I just kind of got rid of it.
About 10 of us got in or so.
I was
oh,
the
yeah,
last person.
okay,
So.
okay. Did the counter work for you?
How would we know?
I didn't see a counter.
Well, I waited.
It
Like
should've-
I didn't use the counter because I thought we were still waiting for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I just wanted to test if it properly syncs up, and there's one test case I want to test in particular where if someone's mashing the button and you hit the sync button, will it sync properly or will it lag behind?
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Maybe
So,
after the
we
meetup.
can do that with a
I also want to
smaller
have a
group.
small
Yeah,
group.
after.
Yeah, so we do smaller group after. I also want to do just a quick test with the cars in a smaller group.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Who was the map maker of the telescope world?
Alfido Rubio. I don't think he's here right now.
Fideo Rubio.
Fideo. I'm saying it wrong.
Fideo.
Because
Yeah, that was
I was going to tell him how to fix that.
There's a lot of
Okay,
things.
so I'm not sure if he. Well, he
said he's going to fix it with Pony Sid right
Discord. Okay. Okay.
Sentinel, you
Well?
are next.
Am I? Okay.
Yes.
Not really much to say. I'm just trying to figure out if the cannon movement sync works. But other than that, feel free to do whatever. Press all the buttons.
So are we gonna do the same thing? Are we gonna like drive over to World and hop off, or are we just gonna go around in the air and explore?
Doesn't really matter. We could fly around. We could go to a place. Doesn't really matter. I'm mainly looking for feedback on the cannons. So.
All right.
We can do whatever.
We're not going to hard lights?
Oh, we did. It crashed.
We can't.
You have to keep
You
waiting. It took ages. Just wait, it loads in.
My game
Yeah,
froze
but
completely.
the thing is, like, you were probably like number 12, but we couldn't get everyone in.
I know. It's yeah. Maybe if you included everything and just had like teleport to different bits of his worlds, instead of having everything load in. And,
Yeah, he's gonna test it later.
That might be one thing to do. Instead of having like everything in one exact scene, you could just like separate it out.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wanted to do that, but I like finished the counter prefab like at I don't know 240 or something.
that was
like
very
that,
smooth,
so.
by the way. I played around with it. That was very smooth. That counter.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it should sync up nicely as well with other players in the room. So that's the one thing I want to test.
But
yeah, it should be like perfectly time agnostic, so no lag or anything will affect how it operates.
I'll definitely want to look into that prefab.
Portal.
Oops, I threw it. Sorry.
And that's all I hear when I join in. Oops, I threw it.
Gift has been rejected. All right, I'm going to. Oh, hey, can anybody drive? Can we start a drive? I wanted to go check this out here.
Me factory 4. Me factory 4. Me factory 4.
What is going on?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Dude, I'm gonna do an animation for it. Even though like I'm not like in it, I still gotta do an animation. It's gonna be
Working. Yeah, I think
Oh,
you
I
were saying
can't
something
read
about
it.
the one in the back. Well,
It doesn't shoot.
Are you using the
Zion, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. You'll need it to find your way out of your dungeons and stuff.
If only I can actually, have an inventory, put it in the back pocket.
Right.
So basically, I've been trying to upload.
Wait, I just noticed something on this character. Oh, that's what I was trying to tell you about before.
But it's been keeping again.
That, see it? You have a vertice floating.
The avatars. But
in this avatar. It's probably cannot even see it. It's right at the edge of his belt. And it's really bright for me.
I cannot see it at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's impossible for you to see it. Let me take a picture.
You take a screenshot of the avatar.
You were the first to
It's
comment
like
on it, though.
And then you send it as an email.
It's shining on me. It happens in some worlds, but some it doesn't.
Interesting to know why the performance
There it is.
depending on if the bot.
It's so weird.
Nobody has told me that before, but okay. And now he's AFK.
Yeah, I don't know. Tapu's bot has a few problems with some of the what is it? The settings and the performance.
Oh, there's a signal.
But this one only I can use for some reason. I can sit down and I can grab it and it.
Set the
Hey,
master.
now I can't. Now I can't use it anymore either. What the hell?
Because I have. Oh no, I don't have it.
Just
No,
broken.
I'm not. Can't pick it up.
Is this child that under?
Um,
Oh, if this is child under a synced object, then that's the reason.
No, the object that's synced. There's nothing synced about this thing. The only thing that's synced is the box at the end of this.
But
Like,
is
it's
that
a game object?
But I'm saying, is that under a parent that has an object sync?
No.
No.
The pickup itself.
The object sync is no, sorry. No, you're right. No, the pickup the pickup object is the only thing that has a sync on it. This thing has a sync on it.
No, but
I
like, is
forgot.
the pickup under an object sync of something else?
No, not under an object sync. Wait, yes, actually, yes, there is.
If it is, then that
might be
object sync, whoever owns that one is the only person who can pick up that one.
Ah, interesting.
So basically, if you own, oops, I sat down here. Yeah, if you have any objects that are like nested object syncs, you have to own all of them in order to do anything with the lowest one.
Right. Okay, gotcha. I did not know that.
So when you get off the seat, you have to unown all of them, not just one.
The seat doesn't have sync.
No, no, I mean,
Stations do not have sync. It's only object synced objects, which is generally for pickups. Which
Why are the pickers from this one broken but not the other ones?
that, I don't know.
What?
That happen even though people went on it? Or why does it break?
I don't know.
Which
Like I said,
cannon?
this is the
Sorry,
first
what
time
is
I've
breaking?
played with this.
What is breaking?
The pickup cannon.
Put this away before I break it.
Oh, no, since what he's saying is, whoever so there's something that's a parent that's a pickup object that it's underneath, or a sync object that's a pickup object.
I haven't made that stuff, that part yet.
But this one is not broken, even though a few people got in.
Oh, it's nice.
So it just...
This one works. So just copy this one.
I'd have to see his hierarchy of
Can't figure it out.
each one of them parented.
Yeah, this stuff
No,
is
I
really
think
cool.
I know what the problem is. Yeah, there will be like a kind of a laser pointer that will give you the trajectory of the cannon eventually, but right now I haven't set that up
Are you
yet.
gonna make it arc, or is it gonna be like a straight one?
Yes, arc. I want to make it arc.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
So it's
nice.
gonna have to be a physics object, so I don't know quite how to.
Can I shoot hard like that?
Oh, it's easy. You just all you do is you stick your object in there, and then you just give it a constant force. You can give it an initial velocity if you want, or just give it a big constant force that you just have on for an instant.
Oh no, that's not the part. That's the part I understand. The part I don't understand yet is how to make a like. I want to make like a laser pointer that gives you like an arc.
Do that like preview, and you just do it multiple times.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You basically do the same object that you're going to be shooting, make it like a different shader or whatever, and you just continually do it, and making that like have lines that go across between each time.
What's up?
I don't think that's the best solution, but it's one of them.
No, because the thing is like then that is going like the trail will draw slowly, and as you're moving, it'll be weird. So what he needs to have is actually a script that does the math instantly, which he can't do.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's what you would need to do if this wasn't VRChat.
In Udon you can. I don't think it is possible for you to have an instant preview of where it's going to go. You can have like a test shot that'll show you where it would go. But you know how like in some games you can see the sort of like dotted line, and as you move it around, it goes instantly.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think you can do that because you have like what that would be is a script that is calculating your parabola, which is very simple mathematically, but there's no way that I know of in VRChat to show that.
Shaders.
There might be, but I don't know of one.
Include it.
Shaders.
Or just don't include it and let them lead the shots.
Yeah, you know what? Like that's just it. If you just have like want to see a simple visualization of math, it's a shader thing. I bet somebody who knows shaders can make that work.
So why don't you just make one projectile invisible but leave the trail behind and just make it like really high speed?
That is exactly what I was saying before.
That's what. Yeah, I might just try that and see how it works, because it would only have to be done for like the person sitting in the seat. So, and it doesn't have to be network synced at all. The only thing that needs to be synced is the bullet.
Right.
That was it.
Because you want that.
Don't you think that would be difficult for it to you would have to figure out, so it's a fast moving particle with a high gravity, so in order to match it up to your real physics, you'd have to like iterate a bunch of times to make sure that it actually matched.
Yeah, you make an animation and make the play speed really high.
I don't know.
So I don't know how that works.
After this.
I don't know, because like you've got your frame rate and you have your physics update, and like I guess you could record for a given
don't do that. You just have so many different animations if you should plan on recording it.
No, that's what, like you'd have to have an animation for every vertical angle.
It's not
it
going
actually
that
wouldn't
way.
be that bad. So let's say what's your angle amount here?
It can move 20 degrees left and right and 30 degrees up and down.
30 degrees up and down. So 30 degrees up and down at 1 degree increments. That's 30 animation clips. You could totally do that.
Oh my goodness, who's driving
That's
this
not that
ship?
bad.
Have fun.
I have no idea.
Hang on. What are you trying to do?
Basically, I'm trying to make a Canon preview that follows like the trajectory of the bullet, like that. Okay, automatically updates based on how high and how low you aim.
Well, okay, the animation side would not be hard. You would use a blend tree, not separate animation clips. The hard part would be making it so that the would be like inputting the
I don't
values.
think there's
to the
anyone
engine.
driving the ship.
So like you'd kind of have to use like colliders to detect every single.
Actually, wait.
Would there
Can I
wrong
use
with just using a particle system with trail renders?
That
just make a
Like you just launch a bunch of particles off the front of the cannon.
I think I may have an idea. Can I use something like this? Like, okay, there's a point at the end of this that is basically attached. I could just do this.
So I don't have anything to worry about.
And based on how close it gets, it changes the angle.
You could, if the math matches up.
I think particles are probably the trick. So I would definitely do that.
Mesh too.
So like the way that would be perfect is that actually you are calculating what the math would be given any given force, right? So that would be perfect. You can
no one's
fake it in a
controlling the
bunch of
ship,
ways.
but I can't interact with the triggers to stop it.
No, I was going to make a chariot.
We're gonna crash! No one's controlling the show!
There's no way to wrestle control away from the person flying, so...
Control and forgot to...
Oh
dear.
And Legends is dead again.
Okay.
It looks like thing out in the other as well, huh?
Oh, there's something causing lag. I don't know. Should we move on to the next world?
I've got a question.
That's kind
Can you apply constant force or any other force to an object with physics?
Sorry, say that again?
Can you apply constant force to an object that has physics applied to it?
That's what I'm doing here.
Constant force is a
what this
physics
world
component.
does.
It's not a script component. It's a physics component. So yeah.
Ah, that's interesting. So those constant force, and there's another one, wasn't there? What's the second one?
So the problem, and the reason I am not suggesting ribbon particles
I
is
believe
because particles wouldn't be fast enough because you need
A set velocity.
Otherwise, you go with the other
set velocity.
other suggestion of like doing it over every frame.
Yeah, was
Anyway.
it set velocity, add velocity, or constant force?
Yeah. Yeah. So you can so if you've got an object that is being controlled by physics, constant force is a physics component, so that will work on it. If you have an object that's being controlled by like a script, like look at or something, then you can't use it on it. So all physics or all script.
But
yeah, but it'll jitter back and forth and not behave reliably. So you at any given moment you want to do one. You can switch between them very quickly, but at any you don't want to have two things trying to do the same thing, because otherwise it will be like physics says do this, animation says do this, and so your object will just kind of freak out.
well, I mean, I don't know. I was still using both for my hoverboards, and I never changed it. It was using constant force for the motion and look at for the rotation.
As long as
Yes, because your constant force was not affecting your. If you were using constant force to put torque on it, then you'd have an issue.
Oh yeah, of course. You don't want the two.
Yeah, so yeah, you're correct in that.
Conflict, then you're fine.
Exactly. So like your rotation wasn't being controlled by it, so you can.
Yeah. If it was not a sphere, then you would have issues.
Yep.
As well.
If it's a humanoid animation,
You just have to be smart in
normal, and then
what
it
you do
would
with
have
it.
a scale effect. 1 frame.
Well, is there anything else you wanted to show off? Because it sounds like we have most of the questions here.
Not really. I just wanted to see how the cannons worked, and there are obvious problems with it now. So.
Well, at least you know this one sort of works better than those. But yeah.
So what is this going to be? Is this going to be like attached to this somehow? Is like a scope or something?
I'm not quite sure. Ideally, what I want is to have like this object have like cables that go into the cannon, so you could. But that's going to be an issue probably. So I'm just thinking maybe I put like a little console here that you could.
No, I do have a solution for that.
Oh.
Which is the tiger leash.
No, don't do that.
No, that tiger wasn't working well because it was using a root motion animation to move around. But all you do is you have your skin mesh renderer and your cables, and then you have some colliders so that once you stretch it past the limits of the skin mesh renderer, it does a force drop. So the issue is with the skin mesh render and the pickups, right? If you stretch it too far, then all of a sudden your skin mesh render turns into like rapid spaghetti. You just have like a capsule that sticks out, and then once the pickup moves outside of that capsule, you do a force drop so that you can't stretch it.
Right, and it would like the cables would actually actually hang down like this.
Yeah, so you can do that in a variety of ways. You could do that with dynamic bones or with configurable joints. But honestly, what I would do would be just rig it, and just like the bowstring, you just have a bone like this and a bone like this, and with like nice blurred weight painting in between them. So you just have two bones that point to each other, basically.
Yeah.
And your cave, and then just kind of like blur your weight painting along there. And so like as these move around, it just sort of like goes.
So again, that would be pretty much like this.
Yes.
Or, well,
I don't know how this is being done, but yeah, basically.
This is a dynamic bone with an inverse collider at this point, and then just weight paints, like more weight, higher weights here than here, and it's a single bone between them.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah, so if you just make it nice, two bones, nice and blurry in the middle, and then the only thing is you have to make sure that people can't pull it off too far, and you just make a force drop after your pickup has a collider that looks at. So like imagine a long capsule. That's one you're doing a look at to the connection, and so once you get past that capsule, on exit trigger, force drop.
Right, because right now what I have is if you sit in the thing, you can only pick it up if you're in the actual cannon, and then once you let go, it spawns back there, and if you go out, it turns off the collider, so you can't actually turn it off, and so you're only able to use this thing while you're sitting in the cannon.
Yeah, that's good.
That's the idea. So I was going to put like an on-drop, force drop thing on it when you leave the station, basically. But yeah.
3 weeks worth of work.
Cool.
This is it so far.
So then the next question is, when you shoot the cannon, what's it gonna do?
Well, it's gonna hopefully destroy another ship, or place turrets and stuff like that. Because I have an idea on how to actually do all that, but haven't actually tested that part out yet. I wanted to get the cannons working first. So, but yeah, no, there will be like ship-to-ship combat, but it's gonna be NPC
NPCs? Oh, okay. I was gonna say like 2 player ships that you can just like shoot each other.
That would be great, but it's going to be insanely difficult to pull off. Because basically what I'd have to do is I'd have to have two identical worlds, with each having a proxy of the other ship in the, and just.
Oh my god, that would be so
That's
difficult.
how I would. That was actually Cyan's idea when I first told him about this, but yeah, you did. This was about a month and a half ago, so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably how you would do two-player ships, but you wouldn't be able to see players on the other ship. So.
Yeah,
Wait, how did you
probably want to
pick-
force
how-
them to drop the.
Hold on. So, wait, what's happening to my question here? Dio is not in the station, but he picked it up.
He didn't do force drop
If
yet.
you sit in right, I don't have the force drop on it yet. So if you sit in it, you grab it, you get out of it, then you can. But if you let's go, it spawns back into its original position.
I see.
So yeah.
He's giving you a ride. It's like one of those shopping mall horses.
To local on everything, including the RPC, and it'll work.
And there will also be like a reload mechanic, like at the back, like this thing, the valve thing would open up. Like you can actually look inside, and you can see that there's cannonballs in there. Like basically, this would open up to the side,
and
then like that tray would come out, and you would have to put the cannonballs in one by one. Like there's going to be like barrels here with extra cannonballs, and then like you can put 6 in there. Once they put 6, you click on this, it'll rotate and go back in, and then you can fire again.
So do you need to have your like reloader boy back here?
Pretty much.
Like, so here's your gunner and your artillery.
That's kind of the
I don't know
idea.
what do you call these things? Cool.
No, yeah, gunner and reloader boy, I guess.
I don't know. What is the name of the person who sticks the stuff in the cannon? On an actual ship, the person who like moves the cannonballs around. Look at that.
The loader.
I feel like it's
called a loader.
Oh. Maybe. So there's something it's called both. Hang on.
Yeah, this is pretty much. I haven't really done much else to the ship yet. I mean, I have, but not in this version of the map yet. I'm still
it's so
actually
pretty.
upload. And fully functional.
But yeah, I guess with that, are you fine if we move on?
Yeah, fine.
All right. I'll put up the respawn shader. By the way, FaZe, you are next. If I can.
Alright. So you wish happy birthday to Pony Sid.
I will drop the respawn.
Tell it to Fiona, and then, we can get everyone to sing.
Well.
Freak it out here, dude. Why I got an overlay?
Oh, hey, Bruce, I promised you a car ages ago, but we're still working it out. It is a lot more difficult than planned.
Oh shit, dude, I just freaked out.
Go through the portal, buddy.
Oh, by the way, there's a portal for the next world, guys.
No, it does.
Don't
worry.
Portal.
Wait, Fiona.
People are going to the next one.
What?
Wait.
Okay, now you can say it.
We need to wish Pony Sid happy birthday. It's his birthday today.
Are they here?
He just went to the portal.
They're here.
Oh, okay.
He went through the portal. That's why I waited. I was like, wait.
But also, we still have a lot of worlds to go through.
Remember when I asked you if your chairs worked on the avatars? The answer to that question is no.
By the way, Sphinx, Pony Sid is in stream chat.
Oh. Hey!
I'm joking.
The point was at the beginning, but wait, let's go through the portal.
I was about to say, those chairs should work, but...
Go through the portal, Legends. I'm not sure if Boss or Sephiroth are there, but you hear me? Go through the portal. Alright, I'm taking your AFK.
If you throw it off the map, it'll be a hard respawn. And also, if you throw it like under the table where you can't get it, he'll also detect that and he'll hard respawn it as well. So I put it down here.
Wow, he's
go
smart.
for it after a second.
Okay, so FaZe, what's he doing? He goes over there, and then the box reparents itself to his hand.
Yeah. Oh, hang on a second.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. There's no reparenting involved. It's just auto cam. Leave this box under the table. I want to show you guys. So, no.
Or just don't.
Yeah.
I thought that was the Tin Man for a second.
So if he
Wait.
He gets stuck here, and then if he's stuck for more than like 5 seconds, he'll just go hard respawn. Boom.
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, I put a lot of work into basically making sure that he never breaks, at least hopefully. I mean, with this many people, it's pretty much the hardest stress test possible, and it looks like he's doing fine, so.
Hello. Hello.
And also, you can reset golf balls if they,
Well,
I
good to
know
be
what
shooting
a cube
boxes
is.
and Gray Man picks boxes up.
Like I said, I'm ready to go. You're
So
telling me.
we actually are going to implement a
There he
very
goes.
similar system
I need this for my dog in the
for our
apartment.
Frank world. And so, like, I don't remember, I didn't read the whole thing, but something like he searches by basically having a rapidly expanding sphere collider. That's how he finds the next one.
that's exactly the same.
Okay, yeah, because we have to do the same thing. So we have the gravekeeper that needs to go and fill in the open graves. And so he'll go to one, he'll fill it in. So my question for you is, I want him to always, so like when he gets to the target or gets near the target, so like if this is the grave, I always want him to be in the right orientation when he starts his big animation.
Yeah, you'll have to
And
do like one position, and then when he gets there, go to another position, so that he orients in that direction.
Okay, well what I've done is like each grave that had a little, so the target would be like here, and I put a little editor only occlusion. So I put some cubes here that are editor only, but when you bake it, it actually, so you can only get to it by kind of coming at this direction.
Sorry?
That's what
But it's not perfect, right? Because I can't guarantee that he's facing exactly one right way, but it might be close enough.
Yeah, well,
Her performance isn't a requirement.
I mean, maybe you could do something with, like, once he gets there, do something separate from the navigation mesh. So, like, once he gets there, completely disable navigation and, like, force him to go to a specific position.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh god.
so
Starting to
it's
lag
not
now.
the most important part of the map. So I haven't. So like for example, I wanted him to
Does he have your
when
info?
he's done to go back and sit in a chair. So he will come up to his
Does he
chair.
have
He's
your
come up to his
info?
chair from a variety of angles.
I give him info.
And then what he's supposed to do is he does a sit animation, which is he kind of like looks behind him and then sits down. And to get him to sit reliably in the chair,
Made this because
I just couldn't make it work so that he was always facing directly forward in the chair. So I just gave him a stool. He can sit on it however he wants.
I mean, I can go very
Nice work, Ryan.
But it's something I want to know how to do in the future,
Go
basically.
to my other Destiny avatar.
should be a pixel.
It's actually really satisfying to hit the balls with this.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on here, but this red one is sort of spamming for me, or is that? Oh, it shoots it out. What did it just shoot out?
It's a slug. So.
Oh, a little particle. Okay, I thought it was a golf ball.
So this one, so for the shotguns, the green one is birdshot, the blue one is buckshot, and then the red one is a slug. And so they each do slightly different things, and like it's sort of supposed to be like driver and versus putter type of thing, you know.
So is it doing it with a part? What is it actually doing to your ball?
Everyone's breaking
Is
up
it-
for me.
It's just particles with force.
Okay. So I have to say, FaZe, I was expecting more like your description, which was that like the ball gets one use, but you know where most of it landed.
Maybe. I don't know. I might do something like that.
Pretty much close enough to your.
Oh, you did? Okay. Sorry.
Is there a hole for it though, or is it just a test?
No, that's literally just this.
Oh, okay.
Looking forward to play golf.
Put that on like make like a dice collection robot. But, like
I'm that small. Put it on the table and have it bring dice back
You
to
having
what they're
fun?
supposed to be.
Yes.
Is there sound effects?
So it's like the size.
Oh, there goes an arm.
Oh no. Okay.
It's a
Slowly becoming desktop.
the size of our
Bouncy ball.
That's a
Oh.
workout.
Like what I was telling you.
You need to get full body.
Doesn't matter how large he is.
Oh,
No, not at all.
that'd be awesome actually.
I mean the navigation
I
mesh.
think I'm gonna
You
go
have to
some
make it.
my,
I
It'll
think.
only be like a
I
shiny
think the
one.
nav- I'm not sure if navigation mesh is working on their super
friends are fine, but my
I
network is
imagine it
being
should.
very slow. So everyone's being choppy.
Yeah.
So everyone just
still
supports you.
playing fetch with Sarah in the Baron and the apartment. That sounds fun.
What was that?
Perfect. Yeah, very fun. Only having one arm.
I can fit.
I lost mine. I have had electronic or mechanical failure in my right arm.
I have my feet or my hands.
For you locally?
Yeah.
What did you
No,
do?
he's fixed now.
Put him where
So I waited until he came.
yeah, okay.
So I tried to like grab the box right before he got it. He stole it from me, and then he didn't put it down.
With the controller on.
Yeah, that's the point. Is that he?
Gotcha. Okay.
It's like if you steal it from him, he'll. Here, actually, you can.
No, I think it works.
Yeah,
I put your chair on this avatar.
By the way, Devin, you are next when I guess FaZe is ready to move on, which
I went
Oh,
who are you talking to? With the books and that.
Oh, it's like,
Oh. I didn't even see you.
So that's like.
I didn't like it.
Alright, so.
Oh wait,
Should I drop a follow?
oh, not yet. I'm gonna go ahead and like, tell FaZe.
What was weird was
Hold on,
he
let me
went
look
back
at
to
your
the
eyes.
table and he didn't put it down. It was stuck
I
to his
went to
hand
remake
until he went and got another one.
Yeah, that little small stuff definitely can happen, but it won't break it completely. It'll just.
No,
be
he
like a
eventually
small
reset himself. Yeah.
Exactly.
By the way, FaZe, are you ready if we move on?
Yeah. Sure.
All right, you can. Or we can gather around you or drop a portal.
Oh, are we going back to your Viking world?
Not really. It's not for. It's not meant for like 40 people.
Should I put the respawn shader even?
Did you ever watch that stream?
No.
Have you ever been to this world?
I don't know if I went to it the first time.
Not really.
Okay, I'm just gonna put the respawn shader so people know that we're going to move on.
Yeah, I was planning to show it to some people who probably
Not that
want to
people
see
can go
it,
any
but
further.
like not for everyone here, since
Even if it is right here.
It's definitely a VR avatar.
Well, yeah, if you want, you can go ahead and
I
drop
can
a portal.
just. All right.
It's mine. I
Yeah,
put it public
that's
earlier
right.
with some friends. So.
Guys.
Wait, Sai, where are you? You're invisible.
I'm right in front of you, on your face.
That looks like
You're-
a
You're
vision.
invisible and stuff.
Do you not see the respawn text? That is me.
I didn't know you turned invisible when you did that.
I'm just a gigantic cube around the entire environment.
Hey, before, do we need to like wait around, not push anything,
Not
or?
really. It's just
Okay.
pretty much a hangout world. So.
I guess
It loads slowly. Yeah, it loads
Pretty
slowly
much.
for me right now.
Yeah, if you have play space mover, move yourself up a little bit so your feet are a little further off the ground.
Section how to make the shader for it now.
And I also had someone that was doing like.
Cave test.
That's
I know it's.
interesting.
Oh yeah, I had some
That's an
interesting.
issue with the avatar sitting on avatar stuff, and it's not like a static object.
Yeah.
Also, hello, DT12. Can I move that? Nope.
Flesh slappy that rock sounded.
Oh no, that's an avatar.
This is cool. I like these crystals.
Yeah.
Got some
And
nice.
yeah, I really love the crystals in general.
I thought this was to be an open cavern.
I think this is what, the fake mirror?
Nice music.
Yeah.
It's like the water.
There's toggle mirror button.
Ooh.
It was like sort of a giant.
Oh man, I thought like a sewage pipe just busted near my ear.
I know.
It's like.
Oh my goodness, this is beautiful.
Oh,
what is this?
Sounded.
Like people looking at something, think they're appreciating the world, and all they're doing is looking at themselves in the mirror.
Zev,
The music is so good.
Is this Aqua's water shooting?
It's not a mirror.
Not really.
Is it?
Click here button.
Yeah, click here. It's a mirror.
But on that Final Fantasy world with the sunset.
It's not.
So,
It's just using the reflection card.
in case you're interested, I have a couple of things to show here.
Those look cute.
I'm interested.
I got my crystal.
Alright.
Hold on. I don't think everybody over there heard you.
Yes.
Here.
And you can see the splash and where, and it's synced with the sound as well. You can turn on the sound effects, and you'll hear it.
Whoa. Drip on my face, water.
This is
Ah. Ow.
essentially invisible.
So delicious.
Yeah, I
Another
even
guess the water
put
shader? Okay,
animation. I even put the animation sync.
Oh no,
for this
he
one,
had.
just
I remember I
just
asked
for
him
rules.
before. He got the water from one of the assets.
Yeah, it's called the Riva Automaterial.
I should actually put a tail on my Eevee.
Wait, Revo what?
Riva Automaterial.
Oh.
RAM.
I just noticed the drip.
Yeah. It's also synced and has the audio synced as well.
Yeah.
Audio? Oh, hi.
It's better if there's not so many people here.
Is it will it collide with will it collide with him? No, it's colliding with the layer.
Naturally, it's manually animated.
Oh, it's not a collision particle sub-emitter. That's actually animated to do that.
Yeah. You can't spawn the audio source, from the particles.
Right.
Yeah, so I really love the crystals, in general, but here especially. And guess what shader is this? The crystals. It's a standard shader.
I don't know. Standard shader, just high metallic. And
Actually, I have the second reflection prop here, and it is put to the custom cube map.
Cyan. I updated my world, so it's just a small part of the toy box now. So go and check that out.
Okay. I'm gonna have to add it to the end of it though.
Map.
Oh,
And
wait.
I put the anchor.
That's fine.
I put the anchor for the reflection.
I see. This is how, in Yami Tannenbaum, I had some, this ice okay, so all of the ornaments used a reflection cube map that just kind of made them look like they were in a super reflective-y area, as opposed to using the real world. And I had an ice shader that kind of did something like this, but this one. So wait, so it's not a normal map at all, or is it a normal map?
It is a normal map.
Okay, normal map, and then
reflection.
Whoa, Legends, your particles look so cool in the water. Dude, okay.
Can someone take a picture, please?
Yes.
It's the first image in title.
Here, go near the shore. It looks even cooler.
Go to a mirror, look in it. You're looking in
So I have a question for you. When you look,
That is so cool.
is there a trigger that makes the audio?
All right, I'll send you those later.
Alright, it's very local.
Look in your own eyes, and you're looking at them.
By the way, here's just one secret here.
Of the frame. That's why people have their face cam. But the most important thing about a face cam people don't realize is you put the camera on where your chat is.
Oh, where'd it go?
Up here.
Oh!
Since it's a teaser for my world, there's a poster for that one here.
Oh, cool.
So it's more like a quick world. Basically, when you spawn in Primal Valley, you came out from the crack between the, rocks. Because all the pathways are sealed because of the earthquake. It's by the lore. So it's...
so this is really where this is the secret of where we came from.
Yeah. Pretty much. You can see the world from here. From that crack.
Crazy stuff.
This is the actual screenshot of Primal Valley.
At this point.
And you can go outside, press it.
That's like what from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, with
Oh! Here we are.
And this is a place where I'll put the trailer when it's done.
Mm-hmm.
So we just go here and see the trailer and I don't know.
The trailer. What's the trailer for? I missed part of
It's
it.
the world is working now. We tested it out, so nobody's having like more issues.
Okay.
I really like how the
Was on mute there, but okay. I mean, we still have like 5 worlds, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Well, adding yours back in.
Can I go first, actually, because I wasted so much time like trying to make it work. No black screen. Yeah.
Okay. Well, ask Zev if he's ready to move on.
I guess that's pretty much it. Just a hangout world with the trailer, basically. Which isn't here yet, but gonna be soon.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, if anyone's interested, I can show you the Primal Valley after that.
The what?
But the big world I'm working on. But
it's
we can
super awesome.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
Yeah, right. It's just like not anyone can go there since you gotta lock too much. So yeah, I'm counting more on people who know about it and who haven't seen it.
Snuck up on you.
Especially since I'm gonna release it quite soon
the
after the trailer is done. I'm gonna make this world public, and then
Your head
probably in a
makes
week
you
or
a little
so,
bit
I'm gonna release the Primal Valley as well.
Cool. Are you going to release it with the first quest that you have, or do you have more quests already?
Might even
makes up for the hunt.
Pretty much the current state, you've seen it. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you
probably missed one.
I didn't notice that it had glasses just as yours. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, and then we have the rats.
Okay, so that makes it
we had to kill the rats, collect mushrooms, and kill some wolves. That's what we did.
That's pretty much it. For now, yeah. It's probably gonna take like another half a year to finish it, so I decided to release it already since, yeah, it took half a year already.
It's okay.
And it's quite nice as is.
Cool.
At least I think.
Wings on mine.
All right, should we respawn?
So.
Oh wait.
Yeah, probably.
Or if you want to do it now, I don't know.
Should we say happy birthday to Pony Sid?
I don't have him on this one yet.
I'm gonna make Splinks do it. Hey Splinks, for you.
But not anymore.
He's over there.
Wait, whose birthday is it?
Pony Sid.
Over there.
What?
Cyborg.
No, Splinks.
Right there.
Birthday today?
Splinks, you're gonna have to lead the charge here.
Again.
It's your birthday today.
We're summoning a demon. It's somebody's someone's birthday.
Ever.
Tony, you have to stand right here.
Time to get out the ring of power.
All those people. All right, everyone. If you don't know, it's Tony's birthday today. We are here. How old are you? Pretty fucking old. Anyway.
We have to ban you through the terms of service.
So we're going to wish Pony Sid happy birthday on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pony Sid. Happy birthday to you. I feel like it gets purposely worse every time. That was horrible. It was intentionally horrible. Oh, we both have a reason for happy birthday, Kevin.
Happy birthday, Kevin.
Awesome. All right, are we ready to move on then? Should we
Okay.
respawn?
I'm gonna put up the respawn so that we can move on. It's not a birthday avatar. Wow, Lisa. You just gonna end it up there?
Christmas over!
God.
Alright guys, you should respawn.
I am so tired of hearing that song.
Did you finish one?
Finish those
Is
cards.
this avatar going to be
You know
publicly?
what? You know who you need to bug about that?
Because I want to see what happens if you have a stack of these.
Negative.
Oh.
Darn.
I'm doing my best here.
It would be
This
out
is
of
not my
chaos.
Okay,
forte.
do you wanna
I was just supposed
grab
to
a portal
monitor him.
then?
He was going to do it.
If it actually doesn't work this time.
Oh wait, didn't you guys switch like he's gonna model and you're gonna do the
No, that was just a joke.
Pendulum song. It uses the same.
I've been doing the car triggers myself. All right,
Okay, guys, portal.
All right. Take two.
Wait. Oh, it's Vince Plus.
Oh no.
Telescope one again.
He said he fixed it. So it's too late. People have already gone.
Hopefully it has.
Okay.
It's
I hope we should wait, like, go one at a time so we don't have a deferred events problem.
Wait, that's not this one though. Hardlight even fixed his for that one too.
I wonder if we can get a panoramic
Yeah,
look of
but,
it.
like, well, everyone had a black screen going into that world the first time.
Pony Sid and Fido just like actually went and fixed it while we were in the meetup.
Oh, I know that.
But yeah, hoping that everyone is here.
Well, I'm probably safe because I'm a desktop user, but...
I mean, we should all just go through the portal.
I was waiting for Koro here.
But why it's Trans Plus?
It's too late. We've already all going in.
It's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be horrible.
Are you guys going through, or you just said you're waiting for them?
I was trying to find out why Koro snapped in half.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and then see you guys. No, wait, don't tell me it was actually broken again. Wait, okay. I can actually see this time.
Wait, where?
The movable curtains?
Yeah.
Yes, adding.
Wait, I'm stuck. What curtains? Show me.
Dynamic drains and sliders and
Please
stuff
operate
is
the
pushing it.
telescope. Be really careful with that. Really sensitive.
Are we having weed for breakfast?
Yes.
Oh, who's using that again?
So yes, explain about the curtains. Are these animated?
No, actually, it's just a cloth component. And I just weight painted one. I don't know if it's called weight painted or set the limits on the top.
Yeah.
And that's what I did, really. It's
So what
really
makes it
simple
wiggle?
to.
You apply a? Does the cloth component have a wiggle force applied to it, or what?
No, you see, it has a wind force, I believe, and it is randomized, so it looks more natural when they move.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes, I've heard that like cloth does really well at like flags and drapes and stuff. It's actually very poor for clothing, but it does pretty good at this sort of thing.
Is it using the standard shader?
So I can.
No, it's double shader. It's a double shader you can find on the store for free.
Wait, where do I hear? The shininess is a bit weird.
Yeah, it's just a placeholder right now. It's not final material.
So wait, is this a Rear Windows sort of world? What's going on here?
Okay, yeah, let me explain for everybody. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to make a world where you have like full control over the apartment. And by that, I mean like you can actually order food. You know, I'm going to put a phone here. You can cook and stuff like that. And the premise of the apartment is that you can spy on your neighbor. I'm gonna make it so that half the people are gonna spawn in the other apartments, and each are gonna have like their own telescopes. So yeah, it's a bit like the Rear Window movie.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What?
Yeah.
Why
You got
when I
Christmas
click on
vision.
this do I become...
Gives me a Hello Neighbor vibe.
So the shader he's got on the telescopes is not really set up well for VR right now.
Rats here are really big.
No, you can actually use it. It's just a camera at the minute. There's no shader or anything.
It's a weird
Okay.
But the problem
Can't
you see,
move.
it's
It's stuck.
for me on desktop. I see the building right next to us, but you guys see it on VR from the top. So I don't know why, really.
Yeah.
Oh no! Whenever
there
you
any
do anything
colliders
related to
over
the
there in
camera
the
for
other
VR
apartment?
users, it actually like sets the camera relative to the distance from their center of their play space.
Sorry? Say
So
that
if
again? Well,
if you do
give me a
any
second. Give me a
camera,
second. I'm gonna turn the. Somebody is playing with the door. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
whenever you do any camera like manipulation like that, it's all relative to like the center of the VR user's play space.
And how can I determine that? Because that's really new to me.
I haven't messed with it enough to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I was here 5 minutes ago, but then.
Yeah, that's the problem. Since I don't have a VR, it's always like a lot of tests and asking people to test it for me. I have an idea. Okay.
If I had full control of this apartment, I think I'd decorate it differently.
It's like
you just sprung me.
There's a little bit of pattern crazy going on here.
No idea.
Yeah. Everybody complains about the sofa for whatever reason. I love it. Okay, so let me explain you guys about the telescopes and how we did it, because actually I did it with the help of Ponysit. Initially, I was trying to make like using his third camera prefab thing, but then he told me how I could instance another camera and just have that transition. At the moment, I'm using the Final IK for the telescope, and there's a dynamic bone on the lens. And I have two versions. The one on the left is a station, so you can move it vertically, but you cannot really move it horizontally. That's the issue that I'm having. On the other one, you can move it freely, but the actual controller, you can drag it. I mean, no, the problem is that you can walk past the telescope.
Oh, okay.
So you're using dynamic bones to make one thing look at another thing. So that's an avatar trick. That's like you're using dynamic bones to make one thing like snap to where another thing is, right?
No, the dynamic bone is like for like there's a thing here you can pick up like a cylinder,
right?
And that makes actually the telescope move around.
Right. So that's like a really weird, janky avatar trick that people have figured out. But there's a way more straightforward, because you're in a world, you have the luxury of using standard asset scripts. So you would use look at script, and that literally it's just you define a target and it points at that.
So wait, you can actually look through these telescopes, huh?
Yeah.
So, you sit down right here.
I'm gonna type that down. It's just called look at.
Well,
grab that.
Yeah, you have to.
Cylinder.
Yes.
From
you need to start
like the controls are a little weird.
Yeah, so if you're in Unity, it's
or do you? I guess you have to be sitting down, huh?
Import.
For that one, yes. The other one probably not.
There's like cameras, utility.
There's an entire wall dedicated to.
That was your idea.
Really old now, but
yeah. Okay. Another thing that I want to ask you guys, Fiona, I remember when I joined your world, I think it was on Thursday or something, you had this car you could pick up, right? So I'm really new to objects. Like, for instance, if I wanted to pick up the whole telescope now to put it in another room dynamically, how would you do that?
Well, you'd have a parent with a pickup script on it. If you have multiple things that you're trying to sync separately, then that's a little bit more difficult. So I'd have to see exactly what you're trying to do and what the setup is. But
I can explain you. So there's three pieces on the telescope. If you see, you got the legs, you got this middle part, and you got like the whole lens thing, right? So there are their own pieces, and they are like parented one to another. So what you're saying is like to grab a sphere or something and parent it on top of that, and put the pickup script there. Yes.
Yeah, if you have a pickup script, then underneath it, though, you have to be a little bit careful about how you transfer ownership. And so that would mean that, like, when you do, yeah, I guess really, or you can turn off the collider on one of the pickups when you use the other one, so that you can't have somebody pick up two things at the same time. or you could do a transfer ownership. So when you pick this up, you own the greater pickup. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. You just want to make sure that you don't have two people picking them both up.
Right.
Part of the
Another
easiest
thing I
thing to
want.
do is like you know if you pick up one, it turns the collider off on the other one. For everybody, that'd be the easiest way to do it.
Okay, the last thing I wanted to show you guys, and I'm trying to, like, I hate when you go to worlds, there's like a music box or something you can play, and people are always playing music. So what I want to do here is with this huge box, there's gonna be coins hidden on the apartment, and you can only play the music when you find one of the coins and throw it there.
Nice.
So
Japanese VR board game
that thing,
for women.
I would do like a trigger in here in the coin thing, and then with the pickup object, I would destroy the pickup object, and then I enable the component.
I'll have to get good.
Is that correct? Or
Yes, you don't want to. You have to use reap on unless it's local. If it's just local, then it's destroyed. It's fine. But sorry, it's really loud here, so it's hard to. We can talk about the details in Discord later. I know that Cyan's we still have 5 rolls to go, so we need to get moving on.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're right there.
People are on top of me.
Okay, we don't really have to respawn, so we'll just find the next person and have him drop a portal.
And that would be Rubik.
Rubik!
Wait.
Where
are you? There he is. He's over there by the painting.
By the painting on the table.
Alright, Rubik, we're ready for you.
Did no one notice the cupcake on the floor?
Are you AFK? No, there he is. Alright, find the square inch to drop a portal.
Yeah.
You can come outside.
Maybe in the kitchen.
Room here.
Oh, can we not do that, please? Please, don't.
Just got that one up.
Just open the front door, forehead.
Monkey.
Yeah, no, over here. Over here.
I just do the other one instead. Come on.
Okay. Attention! Rubik has stuff to say.
So last time someone just ran straight in the room, and that kind of, nothing was working, so I guess that wasn't a big deal. But this time it is working, so let's just sit at the spawn until everybody's in the room, and turn your audio sound effects up to, if you like bass, turn it to 100%. If you don't like bass, turn it to 50%. But it's a cool sound, so we'll see. But...
Well, we're going to 100% then.
What if we prefer trout?
Oh, stop it.
I'm pretty partial to call myself.
English lesson, Rubik. And the audio is called bass.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Did I just go through the wall here? Guess all the colliders are not in yet.
Yeah, you're right. That's funky.
Alright, are you guys coming to the portal?
Yeah, I'm good.
I actually have to turn my sound up for this.
Going to be sound that's going to be a trigger.
Alright, we're going to pump that
Fog is
up.
looking really nice.
I'm not looking at it. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
It
Oh, yeah.
It moves really. Ugh. It's yeah. I don't know. It disappears.
Lynx is just gonna go out.
Lynx. No.
Lynx went back there.
No.
Are we good?
No, we probably still have a few more people.
I'm
here.
Lynx went out the back. Okay.
I was about to say.
I would say give it maybe like what 30 more seconds.
Couple more coming.
Oh yeah, if you run through the back, yeah. Yeah, I'm still afraid to make people jump, spawn not high, because last time we just went through the ground. I'm not sure why, so. In the meantime.
Can we please jump?
You need to put a little platform underneath the spawn area that if you do fall through, you hit that, and you can just put the gun back up. Just in case.
If you wanna, what's
Like
your
it pushes
background?
you.
Like you mentioned the other day.
No,
that you
there's
don't have
nothing you
any
can stand on, and a little button you can
background or anything.
teleport back up to the spawn, just in case
I'm a
you
mechanical
fall through the
engineer.
floor for some reason.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
Oh,
you
when
know,
testing,
like,
sure,
like
yeah.
tech and
But
math, but
I can do that
no
myself.
game
I just want to make
design,
sure because last time we
no
just were
coding.
like 1.5
I
meters
Exactly.
do
up,
modeling, but
and
not
that
at
still
all.
didn't
It's
work.
totally
So
solid
Yeah,
modeling.
just put a collider just below the like a little feet.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think no one else is
I
loading
think
in,
we're ready
so.
to go.
okay. So now you want to go?
ready?
Yeah.
I want to learn.
Shut up, bird. Yeah, the fog is. Yeah, I think it's not bad.
Oh no.
But
Nothing happened, Rubik.
Grapple.
okay. So was it loud enough? God damn it!
Oh my god, that scared me to death.
I guess I had my
my
mood too.
sound effects up at like 75.
So what I wanted to do is right now. I mean, yeah, the particle system are enabled by default. They'll all change because I don't think it looks good. But basically, you'll join the room. You'll trigger that sound. They will animate. Walk in, and the fog is just going to appear at once. So it's going to be what happened at the beginning. But yeah, the fog looks. I don't know. The fog itself is not.
So when you get
right, that's always the issue.
Yeah.
Did you model in all of their skin, or that's a normal map on it?
No. I'm using the same material as the ground, but it's just yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, which shader is this? Since I know some weird glares around the edges, like the white one.
I think it's just roughness, but there's 3 spotlights behind them as real time, so that might be it.
Yeah, that's just their specular highlights there.
Is anybody having like frame rate issues? Like I'm at 30 frames just looking over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably the fog particles. Let's see.
And 3 spotlights.
Yeah. Because of the
Oh,
particles.
yeah.
I'm
I've got 45 this way.
But you're streaming as well.
On my
Yeah, and
GPU.
I dipped down to like 35 over here.
I get less frames when I look at everybody, but I get 45 everywhere else.
Well, like, yeah, he's also just, hasn't baked anything or whatever, so.
Mm-hmm.
Rubik, I'm actually curious. So down that hallway, there's a scissor lift with some
Have you seen the
blue
movie?
dudes. What movie? I'm sorry.
This movie.
Arrival.
Oh no.
Okay, that would make sense if you'd seen the movie.
Watch the movie.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
then
I
never
guess it's
mind.
not opaque enough. I really want to find another way to do fog. This is ugly and not good. Just like
Can't you do fog off of terrain? Or
no, there's no good shader.
He's looking for a very specific effect,
right?
And like just in that area. So you don't want to have it in the rest of the area. You just want to
whitelisted.
have it behind the glass.
Volumetric
So,
fog
like,
and
he's
mist.
trying
It's
out some
whitelisted
various
in
things.
VRChat. It gives you a volumetric fog, and you can set it up properly. And with particles, it's just huge amount of overdraw. Basically,
You need
times
more
the performance.
whip cracking. Okay.
Yeah, because you can see the layers.
So.
In the model. Ugly.
I just hit my own head. Okay. All right, Rubik.
Not really.
Are we ready to move on?
Yeah, we can go.
Okay, who's next?
I believe it is Squall who's over there.
I tried Aura.
They're still walking in.
Oh, really? Wait,
Yeah.
how many more?
Hold on, I just lost my computer for a second.
The surrounding area and all the other
No,
props
because
outside of
the
that.
Unity is just
After
like,
Squall, it is
a
you.
plane. There's no. You have no control over the
Wait, do you need?
bugs.
Oh, I guess it's too late now. Sorry.
Can you use
Simon, can you just do the respawn so people know to gather?
for this?
Once I get my.
Set the layer here, but the default only affects the setting layer.
Yeah,
Do
I
this
think the trigger
things,
is
and the layer
is
for the
not
like
local,
the room.
global. It's really
affected.
yeah, it's global.
People are respawning and then running away. Okay.
Come on back, guys!
I don't know why they're running.
Just ignore them.
Following the leader.
But Squall, do you have anything you wanted to say before dropping a portal?
Yeah. So we're not supposed to touch things. Go through, but don't touch things.
Just stay on
They're
the
touchy.
spawn area.
Got it.
Normal rule is that everyone always gets overexcited. Okay, so we're going through the. So Squall, you can like maybe drop it down there a little bit.
All right.
So guys, stick by spawn and don't touch stuff on your way in. Come on
That's
back.
gonna be real hard for me.
Yep. All right. So stay by spawn. Don't touch.
I can't see anything.
Pretty good. This is.
Are we saying that?
Oh god, I've been up for like forever.
Same. 3 a.m.
Don't touch anything.
No.
Touch all the things.
Why are you? Oh wait, I guess I have somebody else. Who's the muffin?
Ah.
Who is the muffin? I thought you were for a moment.
Oh, the cat, you mean?
No, there's three.
No, I was
avatars.
inside the cat.
No, there was also like a
Oh,
chocolate
was
chip
there?
muffin or
Okay.
something.
Oh, okay. No, I was sitting on top of someone, and because my avatar is super short, I was sitting inside of them.
Yeah.
So,
But okay, we should go through.
yeah.
Oh, I lost my comments.
All right. Once we get most of the people loaded, then Squall can explain what's going on here.
Fast load times.
Yay.
Yeah. What was it, like 1 megabyte? Nice.
Do you hear Fiona talking? Or
No,
do you hear me talking?
Has anybody tried to bake
Fiona does as well.
textures on just one map?
Yes.
Hey, can you hear me?
Depending on how big the map is, it doesn't necessarily work out. You want to have your within like viewable chunks. You want to be able to call it in when you're not in that chunk. So if you atlas the entire world, you have to see the entire world all at once. And depending on how big it is,
I'm not talking about an atlas. I'm talking about like you know how now Substance Painter has a way to compress all the textures into one.
That would be Atlas.
Like they store. No. It's like in Unreal. You store different information on the green channel, blue channel.
Oh no, I have no idea about that.
You're doing channel mapping. The textures.
Okay, I think most of us are here.
Okay, I understand. Hold on.
Okay, woo, I'm crashing.
I'm just trying to lay down.
Oh, I don't know
in
what just
bed.
happened there. Alright, Squall, take it away.
Alright, so this is basically a working Pac-Man game that you can play. And you can play with other people or you can play with yourself by using AI system. But I'm still working on that, so it might be a little weird for that.
Joke's on you, I play with myself all the time.
The current gameplay, so if you can that's local, so if you can
Oh, my mic was on. I
so if
don't
someone is
respect
playing
that
over
at all.
there, you'll be able to play it.
Okay.
Time to lay down
so
in
you're
bed.
gonna come over here, just press this one.
Oh, there's still shit on my bed. Oh, Cyan, are you okay?
Okay, go ahead.
No,
Your
I'm back.
feet are not on the ground.
Hmm?
You are floating.
Oh, I should be now.
Who's Pac-Man?
Oh, you already died?
Oh, here, literally. Wait, someone's down there already. Okay, let's watch them. Are they the ghosts?
Yeah, they're the ghosts.
Oh, yeah,
Are they? They're the ghosts. Oh, who's,
Yeah.
okay. So who's Pac-Man?
I
Can
don't know
somebody be
whoever
Pac-
enter.
I don't see any.
Thanks, Pac-Man. Is Blinks being Pac-Man?
Oh.
No, Fido
I
is.
see one now.
Oh no, you can watch this girl.
Okay, then the ghosts are out. Oh, so they have to get him.
Hold on, Cyan. You're bugged in spawn right now, Cyan.
That's
What?
actually quite cool.
Go back, Cyan, respawn.
Why? Why am I respawning?
This is one of the best ones I've ever seen.
That's really cool.
Spawn?
Why am I respawning?
Did you hold on?
Your avatar isn't moving at all.
Hold on, let me change avatars because I'm moving on my own. Like, I'm not in front of you.
No. Remotely, you are stuck at spawn.
Not surprised.
CyanLaser is bugged at spawn.
Can you guys hear me at all?
What? How do I die?
Yes.
I can hear you now.
I mean, I'm not bugged on my own screen.
Yeah, I know. It's the desync bug. So you have to leave and come back, or you might have to restart your game.
Is there a combat system in this world?
I mean, you can ask Squall.
This is an old bug that's still prevalent. So what happens is he gets desynced. So
It's usually caused by having a combat system in your world.
It's happened.
Would having the instance fix it?
I mean, does it matter for anybody else right now?
Leaving and coming back would work.
But here's the question: if it doesn't
might not
matter,
be able to hear you.
Doing that thing there.
Your voice comes from the start spawn location, so wherever you go, we won't be able to hear you or see you. You'll be invisible. But you can hear us, so you can just eavesdrop if you want.
That's fine.
Otherwise, we can get Squall to drop a portal to this world.
I mean, I can just rejoin this
instance. You can
instance.
just run through it.
Yeah, just rejoin. So he was standing there. I was like, "Why are you flying?" And then he was like, I just heard him talking about the ghost, and I was like, "Oh, he's bugged."
Can we play twice in the same world?
It looks like it.
Okay, because there was Pac-Man and then the ghost.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. All right, somebody be a Pac-Man. Oh wait, go be something. Go be something.
I'm gonna be a ghost. I wanna be.
Oh, Yakuza is Pac-Man.
All right, there we go. Oh, somebody died already.
Oh, there's definitely a combat system in here. That answered Hardlight's questions.
This cheating.
What is it?
Yeah, that really should not be a combat.
Rubik spawned in and he didn't get his Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Try it again. Try it again.
At the bottom, like 5.
Somebody be a Pac-Man.
I keep instinctively wanting to press the reset button because I think it'll take me back to
Where's
home.
Pac-Man? Where is he?
He's in with the ghosts. That's the
in a
problem.
room, and he can pick where he wants to go. I don't know if they can figure it out.
Oh wait, so he starts in the room and he has to leave it?
No, he starts in a room, and then there are.
He checks the map. There's like red buttons.
Spawn. Where he wants to respawn.
Right there, so you should spawn him there and have it spawn when you go in, just spawn it automatically on.
Okay.
I'm gonna ride it with cake. Oh no.
No, he keeps dropping.
That looks like Pac-Man might be bugged.
Why is there 5 of them?
Do we need to hit the reset button?
No.
Oh, here.
Hopefully he comes back.
Oh, there's Pac-Man. There he is. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Alright, I gotta go get him.
Why are they not coming out?
Oh, that's clever.
They can't.
I think they need to. Do they need to locally press their buttons?
Yeah, they have to press a button so that they go out like once at a time. So it doesn't
I
get
see.
hard for them.
Go, let's go! No, no, no!
Need instructions for him to let him know that one at a time and wait. You know?
Yeah, they just went into there. They didn't wait for me to say anything.
Yeah. It's really hard. Since you can see through the walls, it's much harder than with 2D version.
Link, don't you know how to play Pac-Man?
I don't think Pac-Man can ever win here.
No, I was waiting for the ghost to get closer because I knew they were gonna run away as soon as I got it.
Yeah.
So I didn't see him behind me.
Oh, so from my point of view, you didn't get that big button.
The first one? No, I didn't. I was waiting. I was waiting for him to turn. I was waiting for them to turn the corner, but I didn't know they were chasing me. Yeah, he was too close.
Yeah, that's.
I was just like, oh, he's gonna get you, he's gonna get you, oh, he's gonna get it, but then you had stopped. I was like, oh no!
Each other?
So one thing that I will say, who's the guy who made this world?
Yeah.
Who made this world?
Squall. Squall did.
Where is he?
What is it?
Some sort of sound for the ghosts
Oh, the ghosts need,
Because right now,
need to have their...
Because like right now, they're literally invisible. Like you have to be able to look in front of you and behind you to know if somebody's behind you, and it's extremely difficult without any sort of like audio or visual.
The thing is that I want to add like a camera, like the one that Pac-Man has, because Pac-Man knows where everyone is and everything is.
Yeah, yeah. It should be like
No, oh, so what you could do is have a material either on the ghost or on the ghost pickup or on the dots, so that Pac-Man can see them through all the walls. Or the walls really short for Pac-Man, which would be another thing. But yeah, because right now it's not balanced because like Pac-Man should be able to see everything and they can't see him.
Can the Pac-Man get a screen like you have up here?
Pac-Man has that screen
put
over
that
there.
screen in, yeah, like put that in front of them.
Yeah, Pac-Man can see.
Or just like maybe put it on the pickup so that you can.
When you
can
grab
see
the Pac-Man,
the screen on the pickup.
On the pickup.
So I find in VR having a two-dimensional screen showing you where you go is really difficult to orient. Whereas like if you could just see the dots through the walls or something, so that you could see when they're getting closer to you, but not necessarily exactly where they are, maybe.
Squid's map has a 2D map, and that's great.
I hated it. I couldn't use it at all.
That's really good. So. Yeah.
I had to hold it in front of me and strafe to figure out where I was going, because if I like.
Don't you know, to use a map, first you need to listen to its song. On the map, on the map, on the map, on the map, on the map.
Yay!
On the map.
Wait, he got all of them. What happened?
I don't know.
No, look who's the one in my book.
I mean, usually when they grab the last one, it's supposed to end the game.
Where's the last
but
one?
I see right there that the world is not off. That's supposed to be off.
Oh, they all respawn. Okay.
Kill ghosts.
Yeah,
we won, but I think we broke it. We still have 2 lives left, but.
Okay. All right. Let's keep moving. So why don't we do a respawn and get back to the front?
Where's the skull? Oh, there you go.
And when you go in,
it's really cool. I can't wait till it's finished.
It's really cool.
all the walls
Is
are.
Andy still here?
The Pac-Man Lolly edition over here.
So it's like you could take a photo of yourself and put it like on a meme image.
Oh yeah, this is like honestly, how come no one has ever done a live-action Pac-Man map before? I'm kind of surprised that it hasn't been done yet, because it is like
nobody tried, but it was with
VRable.
Playmaker.
Everybody was
Can
busy
you
making
hear me
games
well?
from Ready Player One.
I have some questions to ask you about the AI system. How can you make the AI go into a different target? Is it possible to do?
Oh,
like in the middle?
yeah. So you use the button UI. If you know that trick, how to use the button UI, then you can change the target with that. So it's a bit more complicated, and it's easier just to show you. So just like find us on Discord, and then we can probably add you to prefabs. We'll figure that out. What's your Discord name? Is it Squall?
Chris with 2 S.
Okay. Well, here, just find me or Cyan, and then we'll get you set up.
All right, that's fine.
No problem.
Okay,
who's next?
The prefabs
Ask
group?
Handyman,
Who's next?
what is going on here?
Finally.
No, I don't
I'm
think
sorry
he
it
knows
took
about
so
it.
long.
You
Okay.
should.
No, I am there already, I think.
Oh, you are there already. Okay.
Vote
Okay,
for
if I may,
names here.
just a second of your attention.
Drop your portal over,
Please do
Alright,
not
hey guys,
pay attention
listen
to. Please do not pay attention to this gorgeous cardboard, because I'm gonna switch. So thing is, it's a tiny world. I'm pretty sure that we might be able to fit in. I mean, it supports like 40 people, but it's just small. It's extremely small, and basically all it has is like a small system with well, it's like a dual. Basically, it's an arm wrestling world, and there are two prefabs or systems, whatever. They're just 2 sets of them. One of them is not working. It's closer to the spawn. Please do not touch that because it's laggy. I just figured out that it doesn't work the way I want it. So feel free to explore the other one.
Okay, I read that. Don't use the one closest spawn.
I recommend changing the ambient lighting because field
Oh.
sound like Rubik.
Who?
Darks are really harsh.
Have you played the Electric Sands PvP map yet? At all? I'm
Yes,
assuming you have.
I have. A while ago, though.
Yeah.
I was talking to Octopus about some ideas for her map, and I tried to like set her up with like you and Cyan, because she wanted
I
to
think
set up
we-
a randomized teleportation system. I don't know if she's talked to you about it yet. Okay, I wanted to
No,
make sure that she did.
we know how to do that, but we'll okay. Yeah, send me a Discord message. I won't remember.
Okay.
Sephiroth, are you there? If you guys are there, see it go through the portal. If you see the portal, go through.
Oculus.
Oculus.
Oh, okay, then it's fair because I know that Oculus is slightly slower than.
Oh, okay.
How on earth is this going to work? Okay, I'm
Okay,
curious.
so first of all, press these buttons. I mean, you press the pink button, you press the blue one. Just wait, just press it, and that's it. Do not press anything. Wait, so there's gonna be a timer. I know I messed up. I didn't place a timer here because I was hoping that one would work. I really was hoping for that, but it didn't turn. So I'm gonna start a timer, and as soon as it says fight, just keep spamming the same button in this spot, and that's it.
Oh,
okay. I see. So it's less about arm strength as it is about trigger finger. Alright.
Oh,
Oh look! If you look back there, you can kind of see who's going. Oh, please don't do that particle.
Who won?
Is that you, Splink?
Particle. That particle is the winner.
The particle. Yeah, it's a part of the world.
Oh, it is. Okay. Because I'm like, why is it right in front of them? I'm trying to see what's going on. I thought they were still fighting.
Yeah, it's hiding in.
Yeah.
Who won?
It
was wacky.
I think it was.
Whoever was blue.
I think I was blue, was it?
Oh wait,
Yeah,
no,
you're
the pink
pink,
is
I'm
showing. The pink is showing. There we go. Oh, there we go. Wait, so how does it determine when? Like, is it whoever's bar gets up to the top over there?
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even see that. What's going on back there?
And so okay, so is it spawning objects on top? Like, what's happening there? What is that
They
bar
all,
over there doing?
They all spawn in the bottom. I mean, at the bottom platform.
And it bumps them up.
And
Are they being destroyed rapidly?
Yeah, they get destroyed as soon as they collide.
Okay.
It is a destroyer.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it is
that's
destroyer.
probably the source of your lag, because.
My God, like.
Go on, that buddy.
Okay, so are those are you
they're all distinct, it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh.
And usually.
So it pretty much boils down who has the best computer.
Judging from the logs, they're all object synced, so they're all being created and all being destroyed.
With Oculus, though, you can press two buttons at the same time, alternating, so I think you can do faster in Oculus.
A lot of things are being created, a lot of things are being destroyed, which is hard on the network.
Reap object. You use reap object on synced objects.
Okay.
Well, on anything. Yeah, what's this?
I'll try to think of that.
Right. Oh, okay. Anything you generate with spawned objects, you use reap.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
You can only do that on object sync objects.
That originally spawns it. Wait, what?
See, I thought it was just object sync.
No, you can only call it on object synced objects, but it has to be done on a spawned object.
Oh, interesting.
That's
okay then.
You also.
Stop it, Splinks! I can't hear anyone.
Broadcasting the destroy operation.
And as far as I remember, this world works.
It's all getting slower.
Very well
I
with,
think
we should probably.
Well, if anybody could hear me,
going to.
I was gonna say Hardlight is the. If we're gonna go back and test his version, since he said he updated it, we should probably go there.
I was not asleep. I definitely was. But
Come here and then drop a photo.
Hardlight.
I gotta stay up for.
I think so.
Yes. Okay.
3 more hours.
Oh, 3 more? I guess Splinks lost.
It's not happening.
Splinks is gone.
if you get up.
Wait, who's pushing the pink one?
No, like have a bit of a.
What is it?
Goat. Sphinx is goat.
Oh my gosh, Harley, did you actually? Guys, Portal.
Oh.
Yes, I apologize.
I don't know if you listened to it, but like Igbar and I were having a conversation about this like a month ago. Like we would do it if we had the numbering system.
Okay, we'll see how it works.
So, yeah, ping Igbar like after the dev meetup's over.
Okay.
Like he is actually trying to make something. I mean, I assume Splinks is dead. So if you are there, go through the portal, and I don't have your nameplate.
Me?
No, him. Burrito. I know. Like you should go through. Splinks though is dead.
The mesh cookie.
Just want to try a couple times. Okay. Who's just joining? Science just joined. Okay.
Yeah.
25.
Cyan, what's the number above it right now?
25.
25.
Nice.
Okay, so you're synced up. Shoot, I wanted to actually increment the number before some people joined, so I could see what would happen.
Wait, what does it start off with?
I can
It starts at 0.
Join the world right now.
So I'll rejoin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just everyone
on.
rejoined almost.
We need
Actually,
to have a talk about this perfectly
coming back.
shaped cookie on both sides.
I literally just
Oh
got
wow,
it
it's
in
a
the asset
double
store.
cookie.
It was
Damn.
free.
I'm seeing 0.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Not good.
Oh, I'm
So-
275 now. Now it's 275. So does it count?
So for
Capture
free-
75.
I think
Okay,
336.
so it's out of sync for you.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
now
going
it's,
crazy now. It is above a thousand.
We got people mashing on it.
Don't click.
Yeah.
Stop. I've got 1337.
Okay.
I got 1390.
1337? Okay, so Fiona's right. Lakuza, you rejoined, right?
Yeah, I rejoined.
Okay.
And when I
hit the
rejoined, it
number
was
here.
0.
Try
You
the
should
pink
have seen
button.
53 Yakuza.
Okay, 1,390 now.
Perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to rejoin. You guys just kind of mash on it as much as you want, and I'm gonna see what happens.
Hardly. Why is your world not lolly friendly?
Oh shoot! This is a complete test world. I had thrown it together.
It is, but his
Everybody
lolly
always
flies.
neglects the lolly. Yeah, that's not fair. That's cheating.
It taps out. It taps out at 1,000.
Wait, no, it stops at 4-0.
Stop. Let's leave it on now. Let's see if we sync some rejoins.
We did a little too much.
25.
We need to start the coalition of lolly.
Hardlight, if you can hear me, you don't have to drop a portal to go back to the same instance.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
So if you go into the world's menu, at the very top it says you are in this world. You can click on it and say go.
Oh, seriously? Okay, I did not know that. Oh, shoot. I forgot. Yeah, the shader only supports 4 digits. I don't put any more than that.
But it's keeping track of it. How many does it keep track of?
I put a cap actually on at 10,000, so it doesn't go any higher than 10,000.
Okay.
So then,
We can't set it back
how are
down
you
to 0.
actually? Is this integers or floats?
This is floats. Very
wow,
carefully architected floats. But,
How you do that?
So the,
How are you adding to
addition is way better than the health bar was originally.
Yes, this one is a lot better than the health bar.
Can it accept multiple ones in a single frame?
Yes, it can.
Oh, you're awesome.
Hardline! You gotta share it!
Yeah. I still haven't tested the one thing I wanted to test, so I'm gonna reset it to 0. Say goodbye to all my cookies. And
You are lagging so much.
Offset it a little bit, and then I'm going to rejoin again. I want to try one more thing.
You can actually click the cookie for
Wait, what did Hada want to do?
See, he's gonna rejoin.
He's rejoining. Just don't get up to 10,000
His
again.
voice sort of.
Yeah, he's.
I think 25 minutes of subtracting 3 Susans.
Okay.
Let's
Can you
rejoin.
stop for a second?
Stop.
I want to check Yeah. What's the count right now?
Put that cookie down.
1431.
143. Oh, shoot! Someone hit the sync button. Right. Okay.
No, we're saying don't hit it. I think.
Yeah, someone hit the sync button, so it synced for me as well. I forgot that sync button is broadcasted. No. Anyways. No, it's fine, I guess. The one thing I just wanted to test was like, if the number is going up when you hit the sync button, will it properly transfer over the value, or will it be a couple of values behind? Because I know like the data storage doesn't update constantly. It's on a timer. So it's like if you hit the sync button and the last ticket recorded was like 1450 or something like that, but before you hit the sync button you increment it 5 times or something, but the data sync hasn't recorded it, will it transfer over that 1450 after or before those other 5 increments occurred? Is what I want to. It's kind of hard to get everyone organized, I guess. But we can try again, I guess, if you guys just want to keep going.
Alright, hard light. I got one last thing to say to you. When you hit the max cap, whenever you finished it, you need to have it play the soundbite of Arnold going, "Put that cookie down!"
Yes. Well, I can make the number higher. That's just what the shader supports, right?
Or have that on the reset
I
button.
didn't see the pirate one. I just
lose all your
like this was
cookies.
the best one.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm an
just
adorable
gonna
cute
reach
cat
out
that
again.
has
Make sure no one hits the sync button.
Okay, no sync button.
I just leave this one alone. This is beautiful.
Okay, perfect. 0 for me. So everyone can just kind of start mashing away on it if they want. Yeah,
Give me the cookies.
Okay. 6. And stop.
Stop.
Okay, so what number is it?
28.
Oh, perfect. So it did sync properly. All right, nice. Wow. Oh.
Well, I would assume that it syncs.
Yeah,
it's 2079 here.
It is an NVIDIA app.
79, so one short.
Yeah,
okay.
2055. Rubik is like.
Oh, 2055. So a few short for you. Okay.
Yeah, we're all.
So that's what I was worried about. But I mean, you can sync it up now. Just do it manually. Okay, so that was apparently the actual value was 2083. But
Yeah, there you go.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, the thing is, like, if we're all in the world, it will remain perfectly in sync. There's no question about that. What I'm worried about is for late joiners, they need a way to sync up. And if I just sync up once when they join, there's a chance that they could still miss a couple of values. So yeah, I could put it on a timer, but that might just make things worse because it could be at 1050 or something, and then people could be mashing away at it and going up, and you send out 1050, and everyone gets 1050. But some people might get the value going up.
I mean, you could prevent. So that'd be annoying depending on what kind of system you're using, because like you could prevent it incrementing while people are loading. But if it's an ongoing game, you don't want to necessarily like pause the shooting or whatever while someone joins, right? So that's not really a solution.
Yeah.
What if every time it changes?
I mean, it's not too much of a problem.
What if like every time it changes, you like?
Yeah, the thing is, you have a lot of crosstalk. So like, you have people who sent a message 5 seconds ago, and then things have changed since those 5 seconds ago. So
this is the last set.
You get a lot of weird things landing on other people's.
There's nothing else labeled.
Thanks to network
it's pretty much
latency.
Okay.
if 700 show is something,
Now, then the
but
question is,
I'm not going to be able to go to that.
is it, are people getting out of sync because...
Zev wanted to show something, and I still need to do a test of cars, but that only really needs 1 or 2 other people. Just to do a quick, like, does the ownership work now?
Right. Yeah.
Are you
So it went out of sync for you, and you haven't left the world.
Which is not for the dev meetup. It's just for
I'm
like.
the only person in the room that I don't know if that makes any sense. I was facing the thing, like I was facing it back.
Oh, you were looking away from it.
So maybe it
I
didn't
didn't
think
think
back because I didn't see it.
Do you have an animator called? Is it using an animator?
No, I thought I had that off, but yeah, it is using an animator. But yeah, like if we just increase it some more.
And I scaled it giant.
Where are you? Where are you?
And okay. So if you turn around, I'm seeing 2303.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Everyone's 2303.
Yeah.
No one's not seeing 2303. Yeah, and if we get just a lot of people hitting the eyes,
Every time you click it though, like you lag.
Oh, do I? Oh, it's probably network stuff, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, and if we stop now,
34, 93.
Same.
93. I'm 92.
I'm at 92.
So I'm losing 1. Huh. Alright, I'll have to investigate that. That's kind of frustrating. I thought I had this resolved, but
no,
it could be actual messages being dropped across the network. But
I mean, that is possible because that was a glitch before.
Who wants to count their log?
That actually was a glitch before. When you had too many people in one instance and a lot of things was firing off, somebody would drop a portal, but not everybody would get the message that the portal was dropped.
I could literally do that, but it's a pain in the
Right,
ass because
okay.
the logs are double spaced now.
I'm wondering why I have 70 less ping than usual. I wonder if it's something to do today, this room, the network overall.
Same. I'm at ping 91, and I'm usually below 30.
Same.
Yeah, I have 35 ping, actually. I have 35 ping, and I'm usually at 90.
Are you sure
Lynx, where do you live?
I think the
I live on the East Coast.
moves from
East
the
Coast.
servers
Huh.
to East Coast.
They must
From
move
time
the
to time,
server, yeah.
Yeah. I have like
What did he know?
90 less ping than usually.
Not
I have
necessarily.
104 ping right
I'll
now.
move the server today for.
Well, I've been having this thing where sometimes
what I think I might
have
try and do is
30
make
ping,
all the
and
modifications
sometimes I
happen
have
on
90
master,
ping.
and then have the master
Depending on
send
who's the
out
room host.
the value.
Yeah, I mean that's possible. You just gotta think. Well, there's a lot of things.
Yeah, it's just it's not as nice because things don't update immediately for the player who's pressing the button. It has to go across the network and back, which can take some time. So.
Yeah.
From what I gathered,
I might also just try like periodic.
So like.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys moved your
I might
network
just
around,
try
but it used
periodic
to be, like, we could tell that
synchronization.
the
It
server
could work
was
as
like
well.
between me and Sign, a little bit closer to Sign.
Do it
or
like
something
once
like
every
that.
5
So
seconds.
somewhere in the, like,
From what I gathered, once
it's not something that can't be worked around. It's just I kind of hoped it would be 100% perfect.
It seemed like there was like a new data center that they opened that was in like maybe like Texas or something.
Yeah.
Or Illinois.
Either VRChat. I'm 100% confident.
All of the people that
okay.
live
As a
between
programmer, I
me
can't say
and
that. I am
that general
90%
area
confident
have
that the animator is reliable in that every time you actually get the VRChat message, the trigger itself, it will properly update before moving on.
How is it able to accept multiple per frame? Like what?
Yeah, so this was the trick I've been working, trying to figure out for a long time. But basically, I found a way to activate a button update from a VRC trigger. So button updates or button events allow you to call a bunch of other functions that you can't call with VRC triggers. Right. And one of those is animator update. So you can just update the animator manually.
So you don't have to wait for the frame.
Event. Oh. Yep. So you can just consume the event while you're processing the VRC trigger. So nice. I'm pretty confident that there's no problems in that. So it must be just the VRC trigger itself not coming in across the network.
I mean, I feel like I don't know. I feel like you're talking about subframe stuff, and like it might get lost there. Maybe.
Oh, if you're saying that it's getting an error,
I mean,
then it might like stop executing when you get that null reference. So there's a
that's a possibility. Yes, I do get. If you look at your log, you get one exception every time you move or you hit an arrow key or you hit anything on your keyboard. Yeah. So and that's fixable. I was just lazy. You need to have a canvas on top of your button or your input component.
But I mean, honestly, Hardlight, this is so having a synced for late joiners, accurate digit display is something that people have been trying to do for a long time, and I don't think anyone's ever done successfully.
I'll join on to you later.
Like,
yeah, this is definitely close. I'm still, it's not perfect yet, but I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out.
And one that's not super laggy, right?
Hey, Cyan, how many more worlds do we got?
It's not perfect, but it's still better than everything that's been done.
No, that's true. That's true.
Okay, I think this is our last world.
It is, and I'm getting.
Quick thing, is
Fiona,
did everyone's ping in the room change?
My ping is like
what?
100 right now.
No, same thing.
I've been at 80 since I got here.
Like,
is it this world or is it? I didn't check my ping earlier.
No, my ping has been like up higher like for the past few weeks.
So
yeah.
What like I said earlier, I've noticed that it's on room like room creator is what almost determines the ping, because like from what I've seen when I joined my East Coast friends, I have lower pings. It's weird.
Huh.
People are saying that if you're on East Coast,
things.
if on East Coast, it's going to be lower now. It used to be on West Coast.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I don't understand how networking works, but like I used to get like under 30 ping all the time on the West Coast.
Yeah,
now I got 90 ping.
I feel like our cookie clicker.
I used to get 90 ping, and now I have 30.
And like,
yeah,
something like
he used to have 360
like
all the
slippers
time,
in
and I
a
have
basketball
160.
game or something like that, or
right, like you'd have absolutely no problem, you know.
You had 90 before. What do you have now?
I mean,
you have 30?
cookie clicker was a perfect test case, I suppose, for load testing.
38. And you said you were East Coast. So
it says 55.
Yeah.
Are you Northeast Coast or Southeast Coast?
What number is it?
North? Okay, so the servers are somewhere probably in like
055. So yeah, that one offset is still there, of course.
So probably
Off the one, typical programming.
Well, what you could do is automatically
Do you have any other world? I'd like to check the ping.
Yeah, that's a good way. After settling.
Anywhere would be nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about let's get somebody who's got the highest ping here?
I have 150.
179.
Okay,
But
I don't know about the Euro.
Like that number above the cookie is just an animation. 2 keyframes, 0 and
I was saying that the after
10,000
might not work very well for health because health might never settle, but I don't know.
It's the same.
That's true.
I mean, if it's only like after a
health goes down, so it goes down towards 0, and eventually either if it never settles, it's going to hit 0. In which case you would sync up with it when it hits 0. And if it does settle, then you just sync up when it settles.
I don't know if this is something
It's not too bad.
that you know or that you can say, but like does VRChat have dedicated purchased hardware, or do they use
yeah, you can totally use this for a health bar or something.
Pipeline priority.
Yeah, I just asked and they said no, so. And Master
I don't need to update health bar prefab, but I'm definitely going to be using this as the basis for its implementation.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Alright, well then,
is this basically
drop portal to
health bar,
something. Doesn't
but
matter.
subframe updating, or is it completely new?
I noticed it like a couple of weeks ago.
This was a completely new approach to the health bar. So before, with the health bar, I was using basically you would advance time on an animation for one.
I tried
one
to
tick
understand it, and
exactly.
I got as far as I'm able to like display floats, but I still haven't been able to like copy how you do math with the floats.
Yeah. So what I was doing was Yeah, I would.
Is that just the box?
You'd hit a
Why is-
trigger.
They're doing the test for
Yeah,
ping.
I guess everyone's going. They're checking for ping, I
Oh,
guess.
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But what I was doing was I was basically you would set a float value inside the animator, and then that float value would multiply the speed of a certain animation, and that animation is stopped normally, but then when you hit the trigger, it advances for 1 frame at that speed. And then basically I was just doing one manual update in between that, so it would have a fixed time value. It wouldn't be, variable based on the frame rate.
Now then, once you have the float though, why not use blend trees?
Like use blend trees for outputting it.
Yeah, for outputting, like displaying the float.
Yeah, you could do that, or you could do an animation or anything like that. But the tricky part, is just doing the math on the float. That's the hard part. And to do this, so as I said, originally I was using the advanced time implementation, where you'd advance time, and then you'd scale the amount you'd advance by whatever number you wanted to add, and you just advance by exactly 1 second, and then if you scale that by 5 for 5 damage or something like that. This time, what I'm using actually is blend trees, and basically I have one blend tree, which basically it says. So I have where to start. This thing is an interesting structure. So you have your float value inside the animator, and that float value is controlled by a blend tree. And one of the parameters to that blend tree is that float value.
Right.
So basically, you have a blend tree with a value that feeds back into itself. So if that value is 15, it writes 15 back into its own register again, right? So it's basically a computer hardware register. And then with a blend tree, of course, you can combine animations. So that's just adding stuff. So then you have another input into that blend tree, which is your adder register, your operand register, and then you have a control flag that you set to 1 if you want to add that value into the accumulator register. So
yeah, you lost me at blend that feeding back into the blend tree.
But I think it's funny. It's like I haven't heard these terms since like college classes, and it's just like I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it's essentially like electrical engineering, which is hilarious.
I know.
But I'm doing it in blend trees.
Rubik wanted you to drop another portal so we could see if the ping thing was based off you or whatever. Where are you right now?
Oh, where am I? We're in front of you.
Like geographically. Geographically.
Geographically? Oh,
what city
where am I
in the
geographically?
real world?
West Coast. West Coast
Okay.
of
Yeah, because now come back here, my ping went back up. So where we just went, ping was back down at 35. So if you could
go to the box, drop a portal there.
Yeah. The thing is, Bornato made an invite-only instance over there, so...
Right. And I can't drop a portal back to this instance, can I?
You can.
Yeah, or if you could drop a portal to any other world.
Oh.
That's right. Okay, I will join Rubik, and then hopefully I'll be able to get...
I think you have to friend Bornato, or they need to...
No, I think Rubik can extend any invites, because he's technically an admin.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm not sure why he didn't do it then.
Oh, I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and head off for now, so...
Oh, no! Okay. We need to go. Okay, come look at the cars first before you go. This should be really fast.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll need that prefab for golf carts.
Okay.
Well, someone's going to have to stay here to keep the instance alive, or something.
Oh, really?
It's 0, though.
What did we say? Was it based on the instance, or based on the instance owner?
For what?
Because we want to come back here to check.
Oh, they were saying they wanted to check the owner.
Alright, Cyan, let's come check this real quick.
So Schwibber's master.
I don't know.
But apparently I'm being called to go check this, so bye for...
Okay.
Hello.
You recolored them?
Yeah, just to make it easier. Don't use the handle. Use the seat. Because I don't think I put the trigger on the handle to get in.
Wait,
Okay.
what am I doing?
Drive something. Drive something. Turn your sound up.
Whoa, I'm lagging really hard right now. Okay, now I'm good. Yeah, it must have been just a weird thing.
Oh.
So I don't think. No, I can use that one now.
Oh, the sound.
Wait, you can't use this one?
No, I could. I just couldn't get to the button first.
I don't hear the sound anymore.
Yeah, I don't hear sound anymore.
No, there's no. There should be no sound for anyone unless you're driving.
I hear no sound.
Cyan, I was trying to, I was having some problems.
This car is driving itself now.
One probably has a...
No, I got out of the car and I kept going.
Is hard light like gone completely?
Hardlight's in a different instance.
Oh boy.
Legends. Okay.
Meetup is over?
No, he's offline.
Yeah.
Oh,
Meetup is over.
Oh.
Okay. So
Alright, Fiona, this is broken now.
to join you, I think he was trying.
Are we supposed to hear something?
Supposed to.
Right now, I'm also making sure that everything is synced. And what's hilarious is it is, except like the IK is so bad, so like the drivers are lagging behind their cars. Like, look at this. So bad.
I got into a state where I got in the car, but I couldn't turn on the car. Like, can you turn that car on?
Did you use the handle?
I didn't try.
Wait,
okay, so for me, the handle is active and the seat is active. Do you see that?
Yes, but I mean, I can't use the keys.
Okay, sit in the seat, and then can you use the key?
Now I can. I don't know
That's
what
how
happened.
it's supposed to work.
No, I'm saying there was a point where it's like I thought I grabbed the chair, but I don't know. It's recorded. I'll find out if I actually did.
Oh, okay. Were you sitting?
Yes, I was sitting. I just couldn't do anything.
Okay, here, now, let's try this. Can you get in the chair now?
Yes.
Yep, and it dropped it. Perfect.
Fiona.
Okay.
Fiona. The
What?
handlebar doesn't work. When you get in with the handlebar, it doesn't work. When you
No.
get into the seat
Yeah.
directly,
I didn't. Sorry, I should have. I only wanted Cyan to come. So I told him the handle on the outside doesn't have the interact trigger on it. Just the seat does right now. So I have to duplicate the trigger.
And
onto
with
the
that,
handle.
I'm going to call the
I've
dev
been
meetup.
like, oh,
Well, it's already over, obviously, but I'm going to end the stream now. So thank you everyone for watching.
So this,
Until next week.
this,
Bye.
I didn't put the triggers on this. I put it only on the seat.